Hello, my fellow companions. It's been a while. We've been through many journeys, many adventures, but we are finally back here. Welcome to another episode of the Generic Anime Podcast. I am the Animate, and with me we have the Cheese Man, the Consumer Man,
Hello.
and the Speedy Boy Man. How are you
Speedy boy,
guys
man,
doing?
yes.
I'm doing
It's
pretty
been
good.
so
Fucking
long since we
fantastic.
recorded an episode.
Yeah,
It's been a month.
our adventures were Animate getting stuck in a fanboy bar and Speedy got married like 3 times.
Exactly.
No, wait, what? No, what? No, not me. But
And he
anyway,
didn't get divorced in between that. That's right. He has
Exactly.
3 wives now.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why. That's right. I speedrun more marriage and divorce. Like what? Yeah, that's what they call me, Speedy Boy. Here. Anyways,
Speedy in all aspects of life.
in good news, I finally finished my college course.
Huzzah.
Yeah, I got a pass in the one unit. I actually tried it, so I got a distinction in the one unit I tried, and everything else I got passes as far as I'm aware. But anyways, I got gifted this
Oh,
monkey.
Tis
monkey
booze.
scotch.
Yeah, so
Monkey,
I will
Monkey
be
Shoulder
opening
is
that now.
pretty good. Is that the blended or the single malt? I'm pretty sure there's both.
That,
yeah,
by the way,
original
YouTube,
root
that's
beer,
orange
inspired by-
juice. That's
Yeah,
orange.
that is orange
Yeah,
juice.
yeah,
Or
orange
potentially
juice.
apple juice.
Is blended in small batches of
Yep.
Speyside finest single malt and then
Yep.
married to achieve a smoother, richer taste. Batch number 27, if that means anything.
Just regular orange juice, YouTube.
Yep.
Just
This
regular.
is spicy orange juice.
It's high quality orange juice from Scotland.
Yeah.
Sure, Monkey Shoulder is Scotch.
Consumer, did you make this?
What do you
I like
mean
how
by
sometimes
that?
how sometimes the podcast implies that only consumer lives in Scotland.
the consumer is the only
an
Scottish
empty
person in
place that
existence.
only consumer lives in.
I'm the only
Yeah.
person in the entire nation. It's true.
I'm pretty sure Scotland still has more people than all of Finland.
Not to flex. Probably we do have less land mass. I want to say.
What's the population
like
of
that.
Scotland? Population of Scotland is
Consumer
about
and one other
exactly the
person.
same as Finland.
But the interesting thing about Scotland is pretty much everyone lives in the central belt, which is like between
Yeah.
Edinburgh and Glasgow. And then the rest of it is literally just air, bro. If you go to the Highlands,
Yep.
it's like one person per like 10 kilometers, bro. Like
One
literally
person
no-
per
Get a
sheep.
look at that color. It looks like pretty nice, actually. I mean, the
We-
ice.
That
is
looks
melting.
like pee. That looks like what?
I still think that we
I
should
didn't
one
want to
day
say
all
that,
fly to
but-
Scotland and partake in the Highland Games for a podcast episode.
Oh, Highland Games app, bro. I've been thinking about it as well.
That
They
would be
sometimes do some Highland Games like runs and sprints. I'm like, I would cook. What? Maybe not now because I've not been training, but
Yeah,
think in my
which
prime
one
I
of us
could
can
cook
throw the
something
log furthest?
I'm probably gonna lose. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna be the worst one.
Not gonna lie, it does smell quite nice.
But squad.
I've actually never.
I think
been
that
to
this is
Highland Games as
honest.
well.
I think that this
It's
is
quite
gonna be
nice.
a very special episode. Not gonna lie.
The other,
You guys-
if we want to do like stupid sports things for podcast one day when we are rich and famous, you all need to come to Finland and we need to do the either the boot throwing or the wife carrying contest.
boot throwing,
Yeah.
bro. You don't need to. I'll
You're
throw
gonna
a
have- you're
boot
gonna have to
anyone's
think of
wife. bro.
requirements
That
for
second
of your
one,
men,
jeez.
There's so Finland has we have the boot throwing where you literally throw a Wellington boot, and we have
Yeah.
wife carrying where the wife carrying contest is that's a tactical contest because for the winner you will get your wife's weight in beer. So it's either you make it easier by getting a lighter woman, or you get more beer if you're hench enough. I'm pretty
how
sure
we get
Hafthor
more.
Julius Björnsson still has the fastest time in the wife carrying contest. Because he did partake in it at one point.
Yeah. Ooh. Fun
Well,
stuff,
boys,
innit?
I was saying.
Jeez, have you competed in the
think-
wife carrying competition?
I have not. I don't even know where they actually
should try.
do it. I'm pretty sure Hafthor
I think he
took
needs
part
to
in
get
the wife
married
carrying.
first before he can.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's just called the wife carrying, but it's any woman will do.
Just
okay.
anyone, just pick up some random lady off the street. just
with
pick
me,
up someone's mum. Mine
It's
now.
maybe
You can win a
you
bunch
don't
of
need any
beer.
kind of proof of relationship.
oh boy,
Where did they actually
So I-
do this? Sonkajärvi. Where the fuck is Sonkajärvi?
but
I
yeah,
have no idea what this
Squad?
place is.
I was saying. I think that this episode is kind of special because for the first time in a long time, all the three of you has uploaded a video in the past month or something.
Where's your video, Animate?
Well, we're gonna talk about that later. But first of all, and I was waiting. I'm not gonna lie. I was waiting for us to record because I wanted to talk about this this thing. Consumer, your video, so good, man. So
was
good.
so good.
Like, I remember when I saw the thing of it's gonna release in a few days. I was like, I can't wait for that. I was at work, and I can listen to things when I'm at work because I have headphones, and I just watched the video like in one go. So good, man. I even remember like sometimes taking pieces of paper and writing stuff that like I thought was very cool about the video, like about certain stories that I wanted to read, like the Princess Knight one, Jungle Emperor, Iron Man 28, like so much stuff that was interesting.
Jungle Emperor is the one people generally say is like the Lion King ripped off Jungle Emperor.
Yeah, a lot of people do tend to say that. There are a lot of similarities, at least with their like inception, and also the name, Kimba, Simba.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, like you said in the video, the main guy that did everything else, he was a big fan of Disney, you know. So it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be bad to say that it was an inspiration for him to use that name. But man, how was the process of doing the video? Like, how long it took you to do the script, the recording? How many revisions did the script went through? What did you take out? What you wanted to keep but you just couldn't? And tell me about a little bit everything.
I think I finished reading everything around August last year, so I must have started around September. So September through December, I think I was on the script. September through December. How many revisions did it take? Because I wrote it section by section, and then I also went back and added a lot of things afterwards to them. Specifically,
that video got you past 1,000 subs, right?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did. It did.
Congratulations, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you. Woo. You next, Animate. But yeah, it was a very weird experience because like I just had notes on absolutely everything, and then I would sort of write each of the individual like reviews separately, and then I would have to. So for all of this, you know how I have that like quick fire section thing? Those all used to be full reviews as well, but I just found that they didn't really flow that well. So those are ones that I cut. I cut a lot of stuff out to just like the core things I found interested. And then the like themes of like each of the decades. So like in the 50s, it was all like, oh, he just like writes so much. How does he write so much? In the 60s, I was trying to like show like the shift to like darker works. All of that stuff came like sort of at the end. Yeah. But it was a long process.
Very interesting. I remember I was really I find it was really cool the fact that like even though he was already like a very successful mangaka, in terms of business and whatever, he had already Astro Boy by the time that in the 70s. He could have just stopped there, but he kept trying to get into like the Gekika manga style and all that kind of stuff. Like, okay, that's gonna people are gonna probably hate me for that, but I didn't know that he was the one that made Dororo. Like,
I didn't know that either.
Really?
When I was watching the video, I was like, no way. Was he the guy that made Dororo? Because I remember watching the newer one, the one that came out in
2019 remake of Dororo.
And I don't know. For me, it was just like just another manga, just another anime, whatever.
I mean, the actual visual style of the 2019 remake is very different from Tezuka's like original.
Very, very different. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why, like in my head, I was like, it's just like I just want a seasonal anime that's not gonna get a season 2 or whatever, something like that.
Also, it's like I feel like Dororo's like it's thematically a lot darker than a lot of Tezuka's work because Tezuka is obviously mainly known for Astro Boy.
Yeah.
And Dororo is a very different kind of like tonal experience.
Definitely.
Like Hyakimaru is very much not a typical Tezuka character.
No, definitely not.
But I think something that is very interesting, Cheese, about the whole video of Konosuba is showing how much of a he's not like the type of writer that has just one thing, Tezuka, it was a very expressive man, because like for I remember like seeing some like watching the video and hearing about some of these stories, and they were like so ahead of their time in terms of like a character style. You know, like I think I don't remember which story I wrote that for, but I remember there was a story that was kind of, you know, was like, oh, like if people saw that now, they would call it woke or something like that. But at the time for him, it was like he was just like breaking barriers in a certain way. You know, he
Yeah.
was just like especially in Japan in that specific
Yeah.
time. You know, where it's that's why I really like the video, because not only it goes through like all these stories, but it shows how Japan also evolved with him in a certain
Yeah.
way. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that was definitely
Like,
something I
it-
was trying to do as well, so I'm happy you picked up on it.
Yeah, it's something I also mentioned in the video I'm currently working on, because, like, obviously nowadays, if you, I think I mentioned it, I might as well say that I'm making a video on the big three, and obviously, like, a lot what we now associate with shonen comes from the big three, and I think I
Yeah.
should probably like mention it that this is before the time of the great shonen template in
Yeah.
the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something I
there's-
also wanted to talk about a bit, but I never got into. I was to talk a little bit about the history of magazines, because, first of all, that was one thing that really made Tezuka big as well, or like changed manga. Like before World War II and after World War II was like
Yeah.
big monthly magazines, and then there was another switch in the 70s where like weekly or late 60s 70s where weekly magazines came out. So like Shonen Sunday and stuff, and Jump would come out later on. And then you started to see manga really become manga in like the 70s and 80s. And then with 80s, of course, you had Dragon Ball. And then I wanted to talk a little bit sort of about the legacy, because you see Astro Boy, which is the first like real shonen manga, I guess, but still very crude.
Yeah.
Then like
Yeah.
Dragon Ball comes out, and Dragon Ball just sort of runs and runs with the baton. And I almost sort of thought like One Piece is sort of the one in the big three anyway that's sort of like pushed it again to like
keeps the
another.
run.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
That's actually that would have been so cool, man. I hope you're gonna. Cause here's another thing that I kind of wanted to go to. You kind of put it a little Easter egg at the end of the video, you know?
Oh, yeah, I
a
did.
little to be continued or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, is the next video gonna be something like Dragon Ball related,
Yeah,
or
it
is
is.
that just me? Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm hopefully going to finish the
That's-
script for that next week.
It
It's
is- it
almost
is
done,
kinda
to be
cool, though.
honest. It's just been on pause
Yeah.
for a few months.
It is kind of cool because there is like the whole continuation. Like Tezuka is the one who like kind of started the modern world of anime and manga, and then you get like from the shonen perspective, you have Dragon Ball, and then you have the big three, like kind of refining it into what it is today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm quite curious to see in
is
the
like-
future, because I guess stuff like Demon Slayer and JJK will probably change whatever comes up next. I feel like I guess those are
Yeah.
the biggest ones.
I honestly I don't think that's gonna be the case.
No,
'Cause,
like,
I think
stuff
people
like
are
Demon
still
Slayer
very
and-
inspired by the
Yeah,
big three and
and
stuff like that.
it's
I don't
kinda
think
like-
that they have that weight yet.
Yeah, I feel like modern shonen kind of lacks that defining work. Okay, like technically Attack on Titan is a
Yeah.
shonen work, but like that, I think that's kind of like that inspired the darker side of shonen, kind of started off from Attack on Titan. But I would still say that Attack on Titan is more seinen than shonen, to be
It does.
to be honest.
Yeah. Especially what sort of happens towards like the second half. It doesn't really.
Yeah, it's kind of that, like, obviously, like, anime fans, people who grew up with the big three have grown up, and I feel like in a way part of shonen has kind of become more grown up as well, with works like Jujutsu Kaisen and Attack on Titan. Like Naruto is, I think Naruto is a good example of a shonen work that's directed at much younger people, similar to something like My Hero Academia original. I would say that it's like 12 to 15 compared to something like Attack on Titan, which
It's
is
a bit
obviously
older.
for
Yeah,
older
I
shonen
can agree
fans.
with that. Yeah.
Oh boy, but man, there's so many good stories that, like, again, I told you that I have on my list now Princess Knight, Fusuke, Blackjack. I
Yeah.
really wanna try and read
Blackjack is
Blackjack.
awesome.
It feels very interesting. And then another thing that I kind of that's maybe it's me extending a little bit too much with with my reach, but I also felt like that in the video you kind of have like this connection with Tezuka, also because like he was also like someone who was studying to become a doctor, and he has this passion
Yeah.
for arts and stuff like that. Do you think that that was also something that kind of made you really into his work and stuff like that?
Yeah,
or-
I definitely think so. Especially when we go into the more medical works like Blackjack and Otakir Hito. I definitely think I was like,
Kazuma,
I like this guy.
Are you
I
planning
I
on
get
dropping
you.
out of med school to become a mangaka?
Oh, too
Exactly.
bad I can't draw, bro, or write.
Yeah, we do need to still
man.
do that drawing challenge episode at
True.
one point.
That would be fun. Actually, since I'm
Something
off
else,
college
like
now, we could probably start it.
Yeah.
True, we can. We can now. Something that I also really like, consumer, is the response of people to your video. Like, so many people commenting on like how, like, I remember seeing like a thread of people like talking about, oh, the what's the name of the thing? Jungle Emperor was that big because that was the time in Japan. Stuff like that. Like, so many people like bringing stuff, like adding like little pieces to the iceberg to make it even more interesting. I don't know that. I think that that's my second favorite video of yours, just because of how much it has brought together like a lot of people in terms of like
Cute.
everything else that the video is.
Yeah, I was surprised by the response. Like, there was a lot of like fans that I didn't know were out there that came out, and they're all old. That was one thing I found. Like, it's just a lot of people who's like, "Oh, I watched this like 40 years ago when I was a
Yeah.
youngster," which I guess makes sense because the actual Astro Boy anime aired in the West in like the 60s and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like, these aren't like new series, but it's quite curious to see
It's-
people who've been
It's
following
the,
us since
it's
then.
the OG weebs.
Yeah, for real,
is
bro.
Tezuka the mangaka who's made the most publications, or is there someone who's made more?
I assume it's him, but Go Nagai has also put out quite a lot. The demon, not demon slayer, what is it called? Devilman guys also put out a lot of work.
Oh
but
yeah.
I think Tezuka, because honestly, let's like, I didn't even put it in, but there were some videos I saw of him literally like he was traveling, and you can just see him like he's writing. He's like, okay, you've got to go. He takes his like manuscript and his pen with him. He's writing in the taxi while his wife is there. He takes it into the airport because he has a deadline to meet, and then he's like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna make this. So then he takes it on the plane. He's like, all right, I'm gonna finish it on the plane. When I get there to the plane, I'm then gonna fax it back to you. Like, he was just literally always drawing manga. It's pretty insane.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. Osamu Tezuka is the one who has the most published works.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, it blew my mind when you said that like only 60 or something percent of his work were translated, and there are like there's ton more that are in Japan that like only Japanese people know about. That's
Bro,
just
yeah,
something.
if you see, like, yeah, because I put a little clip of the guy of like the entire like collection that they have in Japan, and you just see it's just a wall in wall, and that's just all his manga is like insane.
He made several thousand manga, right?
So yeah, or something like that. If you include one shots and stuff, yeah, it's really insane. Yeah,
bro was on to that grind. He
for
really
real.
was.
For real.
But yeah, man, consumer, like, can you give us like some more insights of, like, the video is finally out. Like, if you guys have not seen the video, please go check that out. Like, what was your favorite moment about that video? What was the
ending.
the thing that?
The ending. The ending was
When you
definitely.
finally had it, do you mean the ending of the video, or when you finally had it done?
Oh,
Exactly,
both,
exactly.
both, definitely both. Because I was literally thinking about that video for like literally forever, and there was a long period, especially in this year. Because I think originally, I was really optimistic and thought, because I finished around September, I was like, I'll finish this I'll edit this in a month. Then 2 months go by, 3 months go by, 4 months go by, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I had exams.
You know what's funny? After I watched the video, YouTube recommended me your second channel, the video where you talk about the planning of your future videos.
Oh, yeah.
And in that video, I remember you saying, "Yeah, I'm just finishing reading the stuff. I'm gonna probably edit in a month or something like that." So,
Yeah.
Yep.
I wanted to comment on the video and like, can't wait to watch the video when it's over. But I was like,
9 months later. 9 months later.
Exactly.
Nine whole months later.
Yeah.
boy. But yeah, man, I'm so happy to have watched the video.
Cheers,
Can't
bro.
wait to watch the next one. And can someone do someone? Oh fuck. Do anyone else want to talk about that, or can we talk about the Moomin video? Because that's another one that I kind of want to talk about.
We can talk about the Movement video.
Moomin.
I actually did. Did release a video. It took like 4 months to make. My
Yeah.
my bi-weekly upload schedule is going swimmingly.
Yeah, man. But
Yeah, there's still
honestly, I
time.
think in terms of everything, I really like that video. Like, I remember when I was watching, like, you asked us about the music stuff, how
Yeah.
to. Was that for that video, or is that for another?
It was for that one. I also I think I rewrote the whole Moomin script like 6 or 7 times.
Oh my gosh.
It's like
Man.
it was like because I thought like it's gonna be just super easy. I know Moomin so well that it's gonna be super easy. Just crank out a quick script,
Yeah.
and then I wrote it, and I was like, "This is shite." And then I did the same thing like 6 or 7 times. It's like it turned out to be surprisingly difficult to talk about something that I know Moomins very intimately, but at the same time, when I started like actually doing research for the video, there's like so much shit I didn't actually know, and it was an interesting experience. But I quite like how the video turned out.
But it turned out very, very good, man. I really liked how when you talk about like the author of the story, like how maybe she kind of like not maybe I think she did like say that like
Yeah,
certain
that-
characters are inspired by the people that she met in
Yeah,
real life.
there are like Tove Jansson, like a lot of her writing stems from her apparently relatively troubled life when she was younger. Obviously, like
Yeah.
living as a LGBTQ person in like the 20s and 30s was probably not the easiest time in the world.
Yeah. True.
And there's a lot of that, and then obviously these are the stories that resonate really well with Moomin fans, and so they added like all of the I can't remember who are the actual show writers for the Moomin anime, but they basically everything well, not everything. There's a few things that are more Japanized in them, but it's like stuff has to be from Tove Jansson's work to make it into the Moomin franchise.
I see. And
That's
something
really
that
good
I
way.
kind of wanted to wait to the episode to talk about is that how like because we consider Moomin an anime, right? Like
Yeah,
the one
it
that
is.
is released
It
in the
was made
80s.
in Japan in the 90s. It is an anime.
Like how did the connection happen between the author and Japan
That's a good
for it to
point.
become an anime? It was
It's basically like Japan was. I don't know where it originally began. I didn't look into it that much, but the Moomins is a very big franchise in Japan, and they like. I think it was the comics that got really popular in Japan originally because there's two
Okay.
Moomin anime. There's one from 1969 that's a bit
Yeah.
weird. It's more based on the since there are two kinds of Moomin comics. Some they're more child friendly ones that are more like the 90s anime, and then there is a lot of stuff about more adult content like Moomin Papa running away from the police and shit like that. Alcohol and things like that involved. And yeah, there's opium in some of the like original Moomin comics and shit.
Damn,
And it's
opium.
like the 1969 anime is much more like the more adulty kind of Moomin stuff, but it's
I see.
it was the comics that originally made it to Japan, and I think Japan nowadays buys like out of all of the Moomin stuff that's being sold, I think it's like 70% of it is sold in Japan. Like Moomins are
Damn.
huge in Japan.
Damn.
Yeah, there's a
So
Moomin
cool
land
to
as
see
well.
when that
There's like a
happens.
whole.
Yeah, there's a Moomin land somewhere in Japan. It's also Japan and South America are pretty big with Moomins.
Are Moomins capybaras, by the way? Because
No, I think they're hippos. I think they're inspired by hippos. It's a bit unclear what they're inspired by because obviously Jansson originally drew the character in the 30s. I think it was like 30.
you telling me hippos and capybaras didn't exist in the 1930s?
I mean, they did, but it's like obviously
Covered by
capybaras. Like
scientists.
Google didn't exist and that's kind of thing. I think she saw.
True.
There's like some. I have a vague memory that she said in an interview that she saw hippos in a zoo and like found them really adorable.
Not when they're running 60 miles per hour at
Oh,
you, like this.
Hippos are terrifying. But
The
like,
hippos
look
are
at
kind of
Mudang.
like terrifying.
Mudang.
But look,
Oh, yeah.
look at something like
He's
Mudang.
the exception. He's the
Yeah.
exception.
Mudang is
but-
the goat.
But there's so many interesting stuff about the Moomin thing that I've seen on the video. Like the whole thing. I remember something that really stuck with me was that episode about the girl becoming invisible because
Oh,
people
yeah.
were like messing
Yeah,
with her.
yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Like that. That was very interesting. Like how
It
that
is
was
a
supposed to
very
represent.
popular set of episodes for the Moomin. Is the story of Nini.
Like it's like in the surface it's kind of like funny idea, but like you go deep on it, it's like very deep. It's like all about how you make fun of people, you make them feel small, invisible, like they
Yeah.
like how like they are like they don't exist. It's
Yeah.
and
Apparently,
again, it's not something that I
Dee
was
mentioned-
expecting to hear about an anime that looks like Teletubbies or something, or Peppa Pig
Yeah.
or something like that.
Apparently,
Teletubbies now?
I'm not sure if
Teletubbies
they-
the anime.
So B found out that the original Moomin character is a caricature of Tove Jansson's brother.
Oh,
So
okay.
I
Oh.
don't. I think the look still comes from an animal of some kind. There's also an episode in the Moomins where they, like, even the people in the Moomin Valley, well, it's a bit outside of the Moomin Valley, but they think the Moomins are hippos and actually put them into a zoo. They have a zoo enclosure with like a drinks machine and a fridge in one of the episodes.
Hell yeah.
They
I
are
still can't believe that I've
hippopotamus.
never watched the Moomins.
They are inspired by hippos and trolls. Well, I guess that makes sense from the
Okay.
Moomin troll. But yeah, they're inspired by old Norse and Finnish stories about trolls.
And man, now that the video is out, like, because I think you have like this topic that you really wanted to talk about, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you kind of know that it's very, very niche in a certain
Yeah,
way.
it's not going to be a very popular video, but I still feel like it was more important for me to get it done than for it to get
Yeah.
views.
Damn.
Because I think it's
respect
one of
that.
your. I really like the video. I really like the video, man. It's very good.
Yeah, I really liked making it once I actually got the script to a point where I didn't think it was terrible.
Now, man, something that, and that's the thing that I remember like watching this, and I wanted to post the video and tell you that in your face when we talk, because there's a moment in the video where you're like, oh, I'm sorry you guys have to watch like this review by someone like, you know, stupid or something like that, and I'm like, bro, you have like your way of writing scripts is so good, like the way that you choose certain words and stuff like that. I'm like, don't sell yourself that short, man. Your writing is very good.
No, it's
Anime
it's
is
mainly
the
fact because
greatest hype
it's-
man, bro.
yeah, it's mainly the fact that that's toward the end when I'm talking about the
Right,
art, because
right.
I don't like actually I don't know any of the like technical difficulties that goes to art or music.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I'm still very much alive. And obviously, I have university education in textual analysis, so the actual like text part, I feel like I'm pretty
Exactly.
confident in talking about. But it's I do
You
still
guys
want to
don't know
bring
that
out-
yet, but one day
Yeah.
he's gonna be Professor Cheese. He's gonna be Professor Cheese. So
Professor.
pay the
Upgrade
respect
from
here.
Mr. G.
I would love to get a doctorate, but I'm not smart enough to get a doctorate. I'm not gonna be a
Anyone can
professor.
do most things. If
But
they
it's
put
like
their mind to it.
I feel like I feel like it's important for me to get out the like my opinions about art style and music and stuff, but at the same time I don't have that like deep knowledge that would come with someone who's for example studied music. Obviously they could give you a lot more in terms of what the music is.
Yeah.
And it's the same with like I don't like I drew when I was younger, but I'm not an artist. I don't really draw anything or anything like that. So obviously I don't have the technical understanding of the difficulty of making something like the Moomins that's fully hand drawn. And it's like I don't even want to imagine how long it took to draw that, because it is I think it's either 102 or 104 episodes. It's the total number, I forget.
Yeah, it's quite big.
Could it be like one of the longest series, like running series, or isn't that?
It was
Like-
a pretty long series, like back in the day. Obviously, like it. After that, obviously, you started to get things like Naruto, One Piece, Bleach that are much longer. But I think at the time it might have been one of the longer running animes, because it was 2 years to get it all done and shown on
Damn.
TV. Yeah, it was exactly 104 episodes, because they released it weekly and it was 2 years. So yeah, 104. And there are like I think most countries have had like 76 or 78 episodes shown. And it was actually quite interesting. I found out that there's one of my favorite arcs in the Moomins is when they build a time machine, and that series has basically not been shown anywhere outside of Finland and Japan.
Lost Media? No, Lost Media. No, that's not Lost
Finland
Media.
original.
Yep.
Finland
It's
original.
so it's a really, really good
Finland
part as well, like-
exclusive. Oh boy, but yeah, I mean, it was very interesting topic video that again I before that I only knew the moments by name, so
Yeah.
it was very nice to know all about that. I really wanted to something really kind of strange, but I kind of wanted to know more about the author after watching the video.
Yeah.
So I went to see if I could find like maybe some other stuff about her, but I couldn't find any, like I couldn't find much. So
Yeah, a lot of stuff about Tuve Jansson is in Finnish or Swedish.
perfect. Oh, I was never gonna find it then, but
Yeah, because it's also the way you pronounce it, like it's Tuve, but you actually write it with O's, for example. Like the name is written differently because it's in Swedish. But yeah, it's
I see.
I feel like the whole author part of the video was like that was my biggest problem originally. I just went through like my normal way of how I would review an anime, and it felt like it was missing that like personal touch that I wanted to convey with it, and then I eventually landed on that I'm going to talk about both the author and the show together, and I feel like that's kind of how it came together in the end.
Which again, I think it was very good, man. I really, really liked the video. Do you think you can give us a little spoiler of your next video if you are working on another video?
Yeah, I am
or-
working on a couple now. I have the Haikyuu video on the works, which
Oh, that's what I'm looking
it
forward
looks
to
like
as
I
well.
might have a cool sponsor for it as well. And I'm working
Oh,
on
Daki Makaras.
Yeah, Daki Makuras.
Oh no. Dahinat. Oh no.
They do sell other stuff as well. I haven't yet decided.
Wait, hold on.
other
What do they? What this
We get the
company?
website
What does
link.
this company sell?
Buddy
I got a I think I can talk about this, but I got a sponsorship offer for a company that does all sorts of anime merch, predominantly focused around Dakimakura or body pillows, those sexy anime type body pillows.
Just
Bro won
imagine
the
it.
lottery.
He'll just be
He
like
won the
showing all his
lottery.
nipple out. You'll be like,
Yeah, I need to choose something that I'm gonna showcase in the video in the sponsor.
that is
section, but yeah,
honestly
I
a
gotta-
good one to choose considering the high
Exactly.
female fan base.
Oh yeah, I was thinking
Exactly.
that too. But yeah, Haikyuu is going to be the one where I do that sponsorship, and the other video, which is going to be the next video, is going to be a big 3 one, which I've now got like 4 pages of script ready. It's probably going to be 8 pages of script, so between 15 and 20 minutes is what we agreed with consumer, who is editing the video.
Damn.
So you know that the editing is going to be good if nothing else.
The editing is gonna be peak. But speaking about 20-minute boys, someone else
yes.
uploaded a video
That was
that is
smooth.
around 20 minutes.
That was
Yeah.
smooth.
Can you tell us about your initial D video? Because
that
I think
your
that's one of
video?
the. It's been a while since you uploaded like a 20-minute video or something. Or was that the
Yeah.
first time you uploaded? That
I
kind of-
all yeah. The initial D video was very difficult to make because I've actually been trying to script that thing for like 4 years.
Is that your longest
Damn.
video? Right?
Well, longest like official scripted video, yeah, because the longest video I've officially made is the
Compilation also.
compilation and also the video with you two on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
And
isn't the
guess the
vlogs
waifu
quite
video.
long?
Some of the vlogs, they're not like wait, which one's the longest? Yeah, the longest one was the 3 weeks go to London, but that's just like a fun. The vlogs are fun, basically.
Yeah,
They're not
it's
serious
a bit
videos.
different, obviously, to do a vlog than a fully scripted video.
Yeah. So the process of scripting that thing evolved with a heck of a lot of research about cars, but which not really that much for me actually, because I know a lot. I just had to go back, rewatch the anime again, and I'm just thinking, how did I do it? I already had a bunch of notes already from like a very old initial D script from about 4 years ago, so I went back, reread that one, and I was like, okay, here's what I missed out. Racing driver stuff, all of the animation things pretty much. I even went out to watch a few other YouTubers' videos about Initial D, like Mother's Basement and some other people.
Oh, nice.
Took notes from that. There was also a car YouTube channel I really like. They made a video about it. I went and watched that. That one was also a little bit more nitty gritty with the car stuff, so I took some notes from there. I went out. I also added some of my own stuff in there about cars and my knowledge and the old Japanese street racing stuff. I even
Yeah,
I
those
even
are
went
my
out my
favorite
whole way
parts.
to. Yeah,
I was gonna
can't-
say that. You wanna know what's funny about the video for me? Not funny in a good
What?
way.
Yeah,
I think that this video could have easily been 2 videos separately, because
Really?
there's in terms of like
I get
the
what you mean.
bits where you talk about the all the interesting facts that needed to happen for the anime to happen. Like you have like the driver that was the guy that was helping with all the technical stuff, like how to
Yeah.
look it good, like the influence that the show had on other stuff like Fast and Furious, and all that stuff. That could have been
Yeah.
a video on itself, and then you could have also have like a more personal video, which I think it's kind of like at the end this is a personal video, which is more like
Yeah.
why Initial D is important to you. That's kind of like, I think you could have made 2 videos very good, but at the end one video is also good as well. Just when I was
Yeah.
watching, I was like, this could have been 2 videos, like because
It doesn't feel
felt like,
disconnected still, though. Which is
yeah,
good.
exactly. No, it doesn't feel
Yeah.
disconnected. It's just I just feel it could have been 2 videos. Just it would have been maybe 2 more views, maybe more views.
maybe yeah.
More views.
Sometimes I
my-
feel like splitting
my
up. Sorry
first-
to interrupt, but I feel like splitting up videos actually has the opposite effect because you're not guaranteed
Yeah,
to
it
get
does.
people to come back.
Yeah, yeah.
Like once
Yeah,
someone's
like,
invested
that's
in one
true.
video, like a lot of people just like see it the whole way through. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
True.
This is
I
also
mean,
me
Speedy
testing
also
how.
kind of got shafted with the Big 3 video because you uploaded like a day after YouTube added the whole thing about swearing in videos and the algorithm
Yeah.
not liking that.
So I just sent you
Oh,
in the
it
group
could
chat
be,
now
it could be.
my original initial D video, which funny story about that original one was it was meant to be a top 10, like my top 10 favorite animes, but then my initial D segment ended up becoming 3 pages long.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just make that then. But yeah,
So it
the initial
actually
D video
Could have been
itself,
5 videos.
yeah, the initial D video itself, like the actual video was more of me testing out a different style to what I do usually.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to go.
I really like it, man. I really like
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was a better style of video.
Yeah, because like to be honest, recording with the camera stuff now is starting to get a little bit annoying now with iCloud and taking forever to upload stuff. So
Yeah.
doing more voiceover is actually starting to become a bit more of an option now. Also because yeah, and then
Plus,
there's also
rage editing. Not gonna like. I'm a big fan of rage editing.
I
Rage,
like
if
his
you're watching
editing as
this,
well.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
nice.
yeah, I'm gonna commission you a video soon, Rage. So stay
Yeah.
tuned, man.
Can't lie, I got really sick one day, which is kind of why I had to hand over the video to Rage, because I was like falling behind my intended schedule. Also, there was other stuff involved, like the wedding stuff going on, but like,
Yeah.
and also going to work and college at the same time. So him editing my video brought me back onto schedule with with all that stuff, and I actually surprisingly managed to get it out. There's a heck of a lot of stuff that I could have talked about. Obviously, there was me talking about for like 2 minutes of it with my experience with how I found it, and that part was gonna be 5 minutes long. I can't lie, but then
Yeah.
I looked at it and I was like, too much information, honestly.
Also, now
Ah,
that
but it
Speedy,
was-
you
it was
mentioned the
good,
wedding
man.
stuff. I would like to clarify because we made a joke about it earlier. Speedy
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
actually get married. He was just
Exactly.
doing
Speedy
family
didn't get
weddings.
married.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
ladies. He's still single.
still single.
I don't think they need to worry. That's not really a worry of theirs.
Bro. Trust
But
me,
yeah, I
they
actually
were.
part of so I did actually want to get a bigger YouTuber onto the video, but I was kind of too nervous about asking them. But there's this guy called Noriaro. He does drifting stuff. I actually asked him for permission to use some of his clips in the video, and he gave me a yes, which is pretty neat. So yeah, I tagged him in there as well. Just that because
People really
Yeah,
do that.
he's one of the
nice, man.
reasons why I got into Japanese culture and also why I know so much about Japanese street racing and things like that. So also, there's so like initial D's origins stretch back to the 60s with like how far you can go back with the history of Japanese street racing in particular, with like all of the OG like 60s Japanese cars and the drifting in the mountains, and also the racing with the actual like sanctioned racing or road racing series.
You
with
should have
them
talked about
drifting. I
the
could have got
current
into that.
continuation of Japanese street racing with the fucking Mario Karts in Tokyo.
Oh god, no. There is still street racing in Japan, but it's just like
Yeah.
on the mount. Actually, I forgot to mention this in the video, but on the mountain roads, like with the mountain Mount Haruna, which Arkana is based off of, they've actually put speed bumps on the 5 down.
What?
Yeah, they put a heck
Wasn't
of
there
a
like
lot
a lot
of
of
speed bumps.
Trying to
Didn't a lot
replicate
of
the
people
show.
die during some of the like street races in the mountains?
Naturally, yeah, people do die during street racing. Yeah,
Yeah, and when you do it on
Yeah.
a mountainside, it's
yeah, you're basically there. There's actually a clip from a documentary that Jeremy Clarkson did where he went around the world like looking at car culture and stuff like that. I say car culture, I think it was like reviewing cars. There was actually a clip where they caught a guy who was drifting an old Nissan, and he actually banked it on the wall and it got stuck. So they had to call a tow truck to get it out, and the guy saying it was his present from his mum for his 21st birthday.
Oh,
Yeah.
not the present.
And that car now is
Uh-huh.
worth like £30,000, which is quite a lot actually. But is there any questions you guys have? Because I can't. My brain's not functioning today.
Man,
About the video.
when I watched the video, I remember like again. I think here's maybe an idea for you for next video.
Yeah.
Because I think Initial D has a very good fan base. You can do a lot
Yeah.
of videos about that. Maybe I think that you would know a lot of interesting details about the behind the scenes of the racing scene in Japan and how that influenced Initial D and vice versa. Like because that whole segment of you talking about the driver and how he did stuff that ended up being in the anime, how it influences. I think that was the highlight of the video for me. I really
Same.
liked that one.
Yeah.
It was
So
awesome.
maybe if you go like more there, I think you can. You're sitting in a mine of gold, man. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also
Very-
one thing
yeah.
I was wondering, now that we're talking about your possible future videos, I want to include this in Animate's question as well, which is you mentioned you're going to do a Girls Run Panzer video at some point. Are you going to like do it in a similar style to the initial
Yeah.
D one? Or yeah.
ooh, okay.
It's
That,
gonna,
that's
yeah,
actually very
all my
interesting.
videos now moving forward, I'm going to move more towards that style.
Yeah.
But
think it
less
was a
of me
very good
on
style.
camera, but like still me on camera, but less of it. Like, if you go to my fucking server, there's I've put a channel they call Speedy Dropping Clips, and there's like some clips from the upcoming video that Rage has been editing. And
Spoilers.
I'm heading with the voiceover direction more because like I got really into watching Giguk again, and I'm like, yeah, I want to do what Giguk does.
More,
I can
yeah.
see Domestic Girlfriend is one of the clips there, so very good.
Yeah. No, it's just been mentioned. I may actually watch Domestic Girlfriend again and do
God.
another video on it. There is a video I have a bunch of videos in mind that I really want to do, but some of them either require a lot of effort or require certain people to be available.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
my
I had an
gosh!
idea.
Sorry,
Pardon
I
me.
just looked at the last clip that you put in. At first, I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." Then I just saw the end of it and what happened with Astolfo, and I'm like, "Bro, what?"
Yeah, guys, check out my channel when I eventually
Great.
drop that video.
Rage
But
is
there
having
is-
fun with the sulfur.
Yeah. There is quite a few ideas I've been having for some future videos. I did want to do a trying Japanese snacks video at some point. I'm also working
Yeah.
on the next vlog for Birmingham Anime
Speaking of
Con.
Japanese snacks, B and I at one point ordered some Japanese snacks, and
Oh, man, I was
still
gonna make
we
some
think one of our favorites was there was like, Japan has this weird like weird powders and shit where like build your own candy by adding water. into it.
Oh no!
We got was it takoyaki, and they fucking tasted like takoyaki. It was the weirdest experience
Oh my
ever because they were
I
still
got to
candy.
try-
But they
There was
tasted
this-
like takoyaki.
Oh,
Takoyaki.
jeez, there was this in my old Japanese snacks video. There was this like powder thing that was meant to be like strawberry ice cream, but it was foam. And then it made me sick.
Lovely.
Like, off camera, I actually puked, but
Uh,
I didn't get that on camera, thankfully.
Yeah. I've even tried making mochi once with B, and it
Yeah.
just didn't turn out.
Oh,
too
I
well.
actually got to try at the convention. We got to try takoyaki as well. I didn't film
Takoyaki
it.
is so good.
It is quite. It was very hot, but it was very nice.
It,
And it was
takoyaki, like the
five,
inside
three
of
of them.
takoyaki, will always be hotter than the center of the sun.
Yeah,
That is
Oh,
just
my
a fact of life with takoyaki.
yeah.
But it is so good.
There is like I keep trying to. So one thing I keep trying to make. I really want to make another really good bocce video, but all my bocce videos come out terribly.
Isn't there going to be a second season of Bocce as well?
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
happening soon.
Ooh.
They've announced
Yeah.
it. Like I made this video
Yeah.
ages ago called "The Anime Got Guitar Stuff Right," and that was basically me looking into the stuff about bocce, like all the guitar details and like how it's
Yeah.
all well animated, all this shit and the other. I want to remake that video again, but I want to get my two favorite metal bands on at the moment.
Yeah.
The Curve
I'm
of Villains
also-
on it. To, like,
I'm
be
also
like,
I was also thinking of redoing some of my older videos.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna redo that Domestic Girlfriend video at some point because it was like it's one of my most popular videos, completely on accident.
Yeah, I'm thinking of redoing
That video
my.
took 4 hours to make.
Jesus Christ. I'm
4 hours
thinking
in
of
total,
redoing,
including
redoing
filming
Mob
and editing.
Psycho and One Punch Man. Probably towards his season 3 is coming this October for One Punch.
Yeah,
true. I forgot about that.
There's
More than
so
possible.
much good shit coming next month as well, so I need
As
to do a new
a-
Grand
Yeah, you
Uh,
better get
I'm
that
just starting
productivity going
already.
up. Jeez,
Yeah, that's,
I'm so
I
glad
have
I'm off now.
5
'cause
videos I'm expecting in the next month.
I will be
Yeah.
uploading. That's all I can say. I will be uploading.
will-
but
no,
God
to
damn
To be
it,
fair, I've
it's
got a
slow.
video that's almost done as well, bro. But
Yeah.
until my
Whoa.
USB corrupted, but like I was actually about to upload it yesterday. It's a short video. It's
yeah.
like
Bro.
I kind of need to decide what I'm gonna do from the next season because there's so much shit I'm gonna be watching. So I'll probably do at
Dan
least
season 2?
Yakuza.
That'll
Yeah,
be on.
there's Dandadan, there's Kaiju Number 8, there's My Dress Up Darling, there is Call of
Do
the
ones
Night.
you've already made videos for, because there's already like an audience there, and you can just like.
Yeah, I was thinking I'd probably take 2 new ones and 3 that I already have videos out
3.
for.
That's 5.
I still want to
videos,
make it
bro.
up. I actually want to try my hand at a Konosuba video again because I tried to make
Yeah.
one years ago. The script was just terrible.
Yeah, Kosuba, I'm not gonna get those out in the month because I have a time frame for when the Haikyuu video needs to come out for the sponsorship stuff. But I do want to do at least Grand Blue, probably Dandadan, and My Dress Up Darling. And then I was thinking I might do Gachakutan that summer
That
Hikaru
would be a
died
good
because
one.
I'm really excited
Yeah.
for both of those.
Ooh, true.
You
I
can
forgot
also
about
continue your shonen hater legacy, bro.
Yeah,
that. Oh boy.
I'm not a shonen hater. I'm just
Your
very
thing is you
indifferent
hate
to
shonen, you hate isekai, but you like historical anime or stuff.
I
I
like
think
some
within the next
shonen.
month I
I'm
could
just-
probably drop
I'm
like
just
4 or
usually
5
very-
videos.
Like I really enjoyed Kaiju Number 8, and obviously Dandadan's just fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Dan is its own thing. Dan doesn't even.
Yeah.
Dan is only a shonen on technicality, bro.
How many fucking rom-coms did the author of Dandadan have to read until his publisher was ready to accept the
Oh, I remember
romance in
that
Dandadan?
story.
I think it was like 70 something rom-coms.
I love rom coms. So good.
I have Well, my next video is not a rom-com. It's more of like a Yuri NTR battle royale thing.
Oh
but,
yeah,
like,
I
it's
was
gonna
listening
be
to
good.
for that. That was quite
Are
funny.
you gonna do Killing Bites?
Yuri NTR Battle Royale.
It's actually
For a second,
really
I
Yeah.
thought I
script.
thought
That's
I thought I
literally the
misheard.
only way I could describe it. It's called My Girlfriend Is Not Here Today, and it is probably the most diabolical Yuri
that's a
manga I've
horrible
ever read.
title, bro.
Oh god.
Sounds like-
Yeah.
It is.
I can feel the NTR just
Yeah.
from the title.
It is. It's so bad. It's inspired me to write 3 or 4 songs about it.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the vending machine isekai is getting its 2nd season this summer
Let's
as well.
go. Apparently, that's actually meant to be quite good.
It is quite
I,
good.
I refuse to believe it.
I think
It
it's
is
just
good
like a
because
very
it's so
self-aware
shitty.
parody. I think that's the vibe I'm getting. From it. It's
Exactly.
just stupid. On
It's
purpose.
Konosuba, but just vending machines, and also without sexual harassment.
But I do like some shonen. It's just I fail to get very excited for the shonen that are basically just following the Great Sword and then Blade in the Sky.
To be fair,
Like fucking solo
Well,
leveling is
fair,
Demon Slayer
fair.
2.0, for example.
that's
No,
I
it's all
don't
about
actually
aura.
disagree with any of that. To be honest, to be fair, I'm saying
Solo
this, but I don't really
leveling
like most
is
of the stuff
literally
coming out
about
these days
aura,
anyway,
that's
so
it.
I can't really say anything, bro. I just like all the stuff from the 90s and 2000s. I can't
Yeah.
even say anything.
I
I'm
mean,
going.
There is something magical about that because they were the ones that created the norms, and there's something magical about that.
I'm gonna be watching that anime that you guys said I should watch.
By
How
the
the
way-
fuck do I say it? Oh god, I'm
Lack
watching
it.
it.
Interesting movie recommendation for you guys. If you guys
Human
want to watch
Losing
something
Heroines
this
is one we
weekend.
mentioned.
No, I'm not watching that. Jurong. Yeah, I can't spell.
Durara.
J
The name?
O R.
Get a job. The anime.
Oh, which
That
one?
one.
Jormungand. Ah, Jormungand.
Yeah.
The Jormungand is very good.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, boys, by the
I
way,
literally just started
quick
watching
movie
that.
recommendation that I've watched recently. Because I
Oh, God,
I have
movies.
kind of stopped watching anime. I'm only watching anime movies right now. A very good one that I've watched
Generic anime
is
podcast.
Blue Giant. Blue Giant. Trust me, boys.
Oh,
you
I've
guys
heard Blue
want to
Giant.
watch a good music anime movie? Blue Giant. Very very good.
I in the last month have not. I've only watched one
Saxophone
episode
guy?
of anime.
Oh, sorry.
Is it saxophone
consumer?
guy?
Yeah, very very good.
I watched
Very,
I
very-
watched like
like
6
if you guys
episodes of
want
anime
to
yesterday.
kind of have an idea of like kind of like how musicians see and do stuff, that's a very good movie. I think it encaptures.
You don't
The-
want to see
the
what Bunko
being a
rated
musician.
this on AniList, bro.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Speaking of Bunko, she also released
yeah, I
huge
was-
videos. As we
I was
mentioned,
gonna
people
say that.
releasing videos.
Speaking of
Bunko
Bunko,
released 110 YouTubers recommending manga
pretty good.
video, which was
I think it's their
pretty
biggest
fire.
video.
Very good video.
I know.
Very
It, I feel like Bunko organized it in a way that all the people who talked about one specific manga were in one specific section.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
yeah,
definitely.
she did. Like all the Berserk guys were in one point.
Yeah,
It was
when
like
the
a-
Berserk was coming up, I was just waiting for anime. I was like, I know who's coming up
Yeah.
next, bro.
That fucking that segment from Brad Joker, he got me in that beginning.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, dog.
He really did it. He really just went.
Diabolical.
Why did the dog do that?
What's the dog doing?
Oh boy. No, but it was a very good video. Again,
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
convinced that the
I'm surprised
segment
that I
I
was
did for
put,
Bungo
like-
that is my best edited clip I will ever make.
oh yeah,
I
again,
thought,
very, very
like,
good, very good.
I'm
clip.
surprised that like I was put like third in the video. I was like, I
Oh,
thought
yeah,
I'd be
Drew,
put like
you're-
really far away. I
Bro,
was
you're
put third. I
big
was like, holy
time.
shit.
You're
I think
big.
the order
time.
was you, Cheese, me, and then Consumer, if I recall correctly, in the big
Yeah.
scheme.
Yeah. To be fair, I sent mine in very late though.
I mean, I sent mine very late as well because
Wait,
I
Bunko's
actually
just
did
fucking
this.
put a clip of the generic anime podcast in the intro. I just realized.
Yeah,
True,
yeah,
she
she
did.
did. She did.
Did she?
I didn't
think-
realize how
what's
many
the- what's
anime YouTubers there were as well.
Bro,
True.
Episode-
there was
I
so
would-
many like heavy hitters in that. Like actually
Yeah,
blew
she
my
had like
mind.
fucking people with hundreds of
But
thousands of
not
subscribers.
only like
in that
the
video.
heavy
Yeah.
hitters, like
So yeah,
the
it,
amount of YouTubers that she found for that video.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
where do you
how the fuck
spot in
did,
these
are
people?
there that many YouTubers?
how
that
are there
do
this
very-
many anime
I've
YouTubers?
never heard of.
Yeah.
That was my thing. So many good guys and girls and people in between like doing videos
Many
that I never heard
YouTubers as
about.
well.
I was just
And then
waiting
I
for
went to
Gigic
check
to
the
come
YouTube
up, bro.
channel.
I was just waiting it out.
I
I
was-
was
yeah,
just
I
waiting
was
for them to
people
come. I was like,
expecting
where
I
that.
are you
wouldn't be
getting these
surprised. I
people?
wouldn't be surprised if he was there.
Yeah, okay, so in the order of the generic anime podcast people, there was me first, then it was, let's see, Animate,
Oh, okay.
then there is Rage, but does he count? No, he's not a
counts.
host,
Yeah,
so he
yeah,
doesn't
he
count.
counts.
Okay, yeah, Rage then,
He was
then
technically meant to be
there,
in today's pod. Or is it
then
He's
right
not
after
on.
Rage is Red Joker.
Yeah.
With his
Then-
fucking dogs.
RC was RC there?
RC
or-
wasn't
No,
on
RC
there.
was
I
there.
don't-
Joker was
I-
actually mental, bro. Like, bro, you
Speaking
should have seen
of
the way I
anime
was like
YouTubers, what Speed is doing
screaming
that.
when his clip came on.
Yeah, there was Cheese. Consumer was sixth out of the crew, at least. Of
Yeah.
crew of,
Yeah.
yeah.
The extended
But yeah.
universe.
Yeah. What did you guys think of my clip, by the way? Because I thought I was kind of like really nervous about my clip being on there.
I think it was really good.
I think it was pretty good, man. I think
talk
all the
about Initial
clips
D?
were very good.
Yeah.
And since we talked about anime YouTubers, no, Animate is still not in the AniTube list.
Oh boy! Oh, not again!
Actually, I'm gonna check
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh
I-
my
I
god,
think
this is
maybe
this
it's because YouTube knows the YouTube website knows that I'm never gonna upload an anime video again.
Yeah.
It's like,
I just
nah.
realized this is pre-new haircut me and old mic me as well. How
It's been,
long
yeah,
ago
it's
was
been a
this
while
clip
since she
recorded?
asked us for the clips.
What's the
Yeah,
name of the
I think I
AniTube
remembered
was?
my clip like 6 months after Bungo asked for it, so
Yeah.
she
I-
was
I-
working on that for quite a while.
I think I handed mine in within a week or so.
Yeah, but I think 2 weeks or something like that. But yeah, boys, Bunko has grown a lot as well. Like her YouTube channel, I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's almost
She gained
at-
like 200-300 subscribers
100?
just from that
Yeah.
video.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm kind of hoping my big 3 video will get me past 3K.
Oh, the wage
I mean,
station.
if you guys really think about it now, like almost everyone in the podcast has reached the big 1K, which when we started was the kind of like the
goal.
big boss.
And you
know,
were
like-
also
Yeah.
the closest to when we started. I'll have you know, sir.
No. I wasn't the
You've been
closest. man. I was-
slacking.
I've been
slacking.
slack. But
I'm
here's
just
the thing, because with my YouTube channel, I've kind of been in a weird place because I think I was talking about that with Speedy the other day. Like there was a moment where I felt like I was only watching anime to try to find something to talk about in a video, and I didn't like
agreed.
that. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I had that point as well.
I was trying because I was watching something that was good, but I was like, is it video worthy? Like, can I find something good to talk about that? So then I would stop watching anime and try to find another one, and that's kind of like the reason why I kind of stopped watching anime, because I always had that like stigma in my head. I need to find something good to talk about in a video, to the point where like I wouldn't watch anything because I was like, but what if it isn't good enough for a video?
That's
Now
fair.
I'm trying to slowly break that up. Like that's why I've been watching more anime.
Anime,
movies.
the next video you're gonna make is Dandadan Season 2. You gotta do it.
You gotta do that
Yeah,
gothic sports
I'm gonna
video
try
as well.
and jump on the hype
Yes,
train,
that
yeah.
that man.
Anyway, I've been waiting 6 months for that gothic sports video.
Yeah, man, I've been again. I feel like everything is like okay. What if it's not worth talking about in a video? You know, like because for
Anything.
example,
The
last
only
video
thing that
Bro,
matters
I
is
had
whether
there
you
was a
think it's
video that went-
interesting.
There was literally a video that has blown up recently about a guy talking about jobs being humanity's worst thing ever.
Yeah.
True.
No, but
Yeah,
yeah,
like
it's
anything
like-
could be talked about.
I
For
feel
me,
like one
it's,
big thing for me for YouTube as well was the similar what Red Joker said, that I just don't look at the numbers anymore.
yeah.
Like I feel like
No,
that helped a
I
lot.
do get it. And for the longest time, I thought I did not care about that at all. But at the same time, there still is, of course, like a part that cares. And
Yeah.
you see the numbers, like you know that you've made like again, it's not like 10,000 subs or anything, but I have built like
You'd love to have
something.
10,000 subs though.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know, I just don't want to throw everything out of the way just because I can't find something, you know, that I feel
Yeah.
it's good.
One
So
thing
I've been
I've
kind of like trying
found
to
out-
heal myself from that weight of trying. You need to find the perfect thing to talk about, you know. Just
Yeah.
just do something that I like, because at the end, like we've said many times, this is a hobby, and I want to do it because I like it. I don't want to do it because it's not gonna be good for the views, or it's not gonna be. So that's kind of like why I have been uploading less, recently.
Yeah.
One thing I found out the value of is the value of taking a break from everything. Because goddamn, taking a break from YouTube was quite difficult. But then, like, coming back with the fresh mind for the initial D video, and also coming back with the fresh mind for the My Girlfriend Is Not Here video, was great actually. Because at first I was
Yeah.
just reading that manga just because, like, well, Gigux said it was great, so I thought, yes, it must be good by default because he says it's good. And it is very good. And I like in one day I read like 25 chapters, saw about 2 to 3 volumes of it, 4 volumes actually.
Yeah.
And coming
I'm
back
also-
with a fresh mind for everything is great.
Yeah. Since Speedy mentioned Jormungand, I'm pretty sure I'm kind of considering also doing a video on Jormungand at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I don't know what my next
Hopefully,
video is. Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
my next
upload
video is a
it.
hentai video. Yeah.
Gonna get back on the grind. Maybe I'm
Are,
gonna
are
join
you
guys.
traumatizing Rage again?
Yes. So if you don't know, by the way, when I reach 2,000 subscribers, I'm gonna review Overflow as well. So
Oh God,
Ooh,
why?
because I feel
Why?
like it. I feel like it. And then, so my next video is about Femboy Hentai because, like I said, the next 2 videos will be
Boy.
Pride Month specials. So Femboys are Pride Month, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Consumer, tell us how was when you find out that you reached 1K. Like, were you waiting for that? Did you were like, oh fuck, it happened, and you missed it, or
Consumer
Did you freeze?
is, I think so. No,
okay, okay.
Consumer.
What? Sorry, I got distracted.
Oh no, sorry. I was just asking. How was your reaction when you found out that you reached 1K on YouTube?
To be honest,
Like,
I didn't
maybe
even
that-
know until you told me, bro. You were my. I was like, oh, where did that
It
come up?
happened. Oh.
The big
But to be
1K.
honest, I think it's a bit muted in the sense that I have been waiting so long. I feel like I've had to just sort of like make it less of a big deal. Otherwise, I would have like gone insane, always thinking
Yeah.
about it.
yeah, yeah.
But it felt good. It felt good. It felt good. Felt justified.
Yeah.
It's like all
Actually,
this work
I was
wasn't
supposed
for
to
nothing.
ask you guys, since I did mention that I do want to do 5 videos for the next season. Should I do Kaiju number 8 or should I do Call of the Night?
I don't even know what Call of the Night
I
is.
think
like-
Kaiju number 8 it's more popular than Call of
It
the
is more
Night.
popular, but Call of the Night is so good.
I don't even
Yeah.
know what it is.
It's like a chill night vampire thing.
Oh, it's the
It's a
one with the
Vampire Slice of Life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
No, it's not with you.
yeah, I know that
it's
one.
the one where Nagatoro is a vampire, basically.
Yeah, and it's coming out. Oh yeah, it's also coming out next season. I'm still not sure though because Kaiju number 8 is more popular, and I did really enjoy Kaiju number 8.
Yeah.
And I did do a video on I did do a video on the first season that I think did relatively well.
Yeah.
Did it do? I don't remember how well that
You
did.
did pretty well.
I'm just trying to find
Yeah,
it.
boys. I bet you know what? I'm gonna
it's not
rebrand
terrible.
completely. I'm gonna start doing videos about rocks now. That's gonna be my thing. Gonna
Lost,
start
the
doing
TV
videos
show.
about rocks.
Yeah,
Rocks.
every video is about Dwayne the Rock
Exactly.
Johnson.
Rocks D's are back.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. And you also kind of
Dwayne Rock Jonathan Johnson.
I should still do a video about Doctor Stone at some point, but like I feel like the latest season Doctor Stones just haven't been that good anymore.
I don't think people really
just-
that into it either as much.
Yeah, the start was so good, but I think it when
You know
when they
something
stopped
that
doing
may be into very good right now? a video about Rent a Girlfriend, because Rent a Girlfriend is everywhere on Twitter right now because of
Yeah,
the,
I've been kind of meaning to do one because I really enjoyed the first season of Rent a Girlfriend, and then like toward the end of the first season, the main character becomes what I would technically call terminally cringe, and it kind of died after that. But I was kind of thinking I should probably do a video on a more recent one for the show.
I only hear awful things about that guy.
Like the show is good. If
Is
you
it
exclude
though,
the main character.
or
If you
the
exclude
girl's
main
just
character.
cute? Because that's what it seems like to me. It just
Well,
seems like
the
the
girls
guy
are-
can draw really cute anime girls, and that's why people.
It's
watch
mainly like I like the every other character except the main character is written very well as like a real person would be.
yeah.
And then the main
He
character,
is just
the
that.
main character
He's
is
just cringe lord.
yeah, the main character is a cringe lord incel living in his mum's basement essentially. But
I've heard
for some
some
reason
pretty-
everybody loves him.
damaging things about those other characters' reputations. Like one, like his ex-girlfriend who just wants him to be miserable for no reason. She
The
doesn't
ex
even like
girlfriend
him
is a
other
fucking
than.
psychopath. Like she has all the elements of a sociopath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Woman, am I right, boys?
So, yeah.
Category of people. But...
I'm kidding. Nah, but yeah, man. Rent a Girlfriend, I could never get into that.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just,
like I
straight
really
to-
like the first season because the characters feel genuine in that, and then it devolves into what it is.
Yeah. Like every time that something big happens on Rent a Girlfriend, it becomes like the news for 1 week on Twitter. Like
Yeah.
I remember like the cock panel, and then now there's the spoilers for those who are
the
interested.
ending of the manga.
The main girl rejects him because I don't even know why. He just rejects
I
her.
don't know. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, and
Doesn't this
and
just
people
feel
are
like one of those
yeah.
shows where it's just trying to get you like mad just so you'll keep like
I feel like the ending is probably like a part of me feels like the ending comes from the fact that people were accusing the author of making the main character self-insert.
Yeah, I mean, it would also pass the wrong message if they actually ended up together because it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey,
it
if you
would.
spend enough money on someone, they're gonna love you. So
Yeah.
you know.
Also, I have no idea if it's actually a self-insert. I would like to clarify that, but that's just the general
yeah.
consensus
I mean,
on places like
people
Twitter.
joke.
I don't even know
about
who the
that,
author
like-
is. Who the fuck wrote Rent a Girlfriend?
I know that the author he's a very peculiar individual. Like he's
Mr. Girlfriend,
technically
yeah.
he's married to the main character of the series or something like that.
Ah,
He
so it is. A
he
self-
posts on Twitter art of her living in his house.
Oh,
being
bro,
with-
that's so
Bizarre.
weird.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy. He's an
Imagine,
interesting
you
guy.
know what would
I
be
mean,
really funny? If he writes in a new character to date her after she rejected the guy, and it's just him. Like, it's just some mangaka who apparently
Exactly.
writes this
No,
rom
this
com.
is-
Goddamn panel
People are
that
making
literally was the author marrying the character.
Exactly. People are making memes about that already.
oh god. Yeah,
Okay.
I looked him up now. That's bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's-
admittedly, could still be worse. Could still be Akihito Tsukashi,
Yeah.
who wrote Made in Abyss,
Yeah, that guy is
which has some
not
intriguing
just weird. I'm
themes.
pretty sure. Yeah.
Like, Made in Abyss is a phenomenal show and manga, but some themes.
I
in
don't
it
know,
are-
bro. I've seen some panels from that manga. That thing made me want to throw up. Bro.
It is still a phenomenal manga, but some of the themes are very dodgy.
maybe that's the secret
Just
of
a
art,
few
you need
too
to be a
many
little
scenes
funky.
of the 9-year-old girl peeing herself. Maybe you know.
There-
that.
there is-
Okay,
there is
that-
also
I didn't
a-
know about that. I
There's
take
also
back
a
what I
panel
said.
where the sound effect is literally lollipooping sounds.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Huh?
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Well,
but it is still a phenomenal anime and manga.
This is why you
It
could
just
never say you
was-
enjoy anime or manga in public, bro. People are gonna think you're a Made in Abyss author guy. They're gonna. That's the kind of person they're gonna think you are, bro.
But I would still recommend watching Made in Abyss. It is fucking phenomenal, despite the really fucking fucked up themes every now and then.
For some reason, I thought you were thinking about. My brain was like, I thought Made in Abyss was the Promised Neverland for a second. I got the two
Promised
mixed
Neverland isn't
together.
Nah, it's
Promised
the
Neverland
other
is
show about
incredible.
kids in a very horrifying world.
Yeah, I'm just very sad that Promised Neverland never got a second season.
Yeah, unfortunately, it never happened. It never happened.
That first season was so good.
I heard about years ago. I heard about a manga author who got arrested for trying to import some dodgy magazines from a certain
Ooh,
country.
I think I know which one it is. I think
Yeah.
that's guy that made Inuyasha, I think, if I recall
Yeah.
correctly.
Kenshin,
I think so.
maybe.
And it's also one reason why I will never review stuff like Rurouni Kenshin, even though a lot of people wanted me to do a review
Yeah.
of the remake of Rurouni Kenshin. But I do not
It's a
support
shame.
that.
It was literally like one
I
of
know,
the
yeah.
first long-running
that's-
series I watched.
Yeah.
Because it was on Crunchyroll, and I really enjoyed
like,
it. But
I like Rurouni Kenshin, but I am never going to promote it in that way.
Yeah. I mean, of course, it sucks. That it's the series is kind of tainted now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to differentiate it. So, there are probably gonna be some fans that are like trying to defend the series. Like,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the series. It's just like
Yeah, that's kind of the point. Like that, there is nothing wrong with the series itself, and it's not like. I mean, yeah, that to a degree, it does taint the series as well, like the work the author made.
Yeah.
But it's like you can still like this series, and that's fine. But I will never promote that by making a video about it. Like that's
Yeah.
my thought process for it, because I do
No,
really like
yeah,
Rurouni Kenshin, but it is I will never make a video of it for that
I
exact
like
reason.
you. Dum, dum, dum.
Bro, well, boys, so many stuff happened recently. Some very good stuff, some very bad. But something that I'm glad to say, I'm glad that we got to do another episode again. I was
Yeah.
kind of missing it a little bit, not
Wait.
gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I took Rage to an Indian restaurant. He actually really liked it.
That's cool.
This guy we were talking about. He's like he doesn't like Indian food.
You just solved.
And
You
then,
just
like,
solved racial
he actually
tensions
got-
between India and
Yeah.
Pakistan. Speedy.
That's
Isn't-
Bangladeshi fucking
he's from
dude.
Bangladesh.
Is he Bangladeshi? Oh, my
Congratulations,
bad.
guys. Consumer is racist now.
Bro, I feel
racism
like
comes
there
from-
aren't as many Bangladeshi people, bro. Like I haven't met any of them in a
Probably,
while.
and I don't know the populations, but I
actually
think there
don't
factually
exist.
aren't as many Bangladeshi people as there
Yeah.
are Pakistani. I need to go.
Yeah,
That's
back.
actually an objective statement I just made there. That is an actual objective, factual statement.
Take that out. Somebody clip that and just put consumer now racist
Source.
on Twitter.
I made.
But
that-
I just always meet Pakistani people, bro. I'm sorry that I just made an assumption, bro. I'm just going on the,
Oh boy.
But yeah, anyways, we went to an anime
Bangladesh-
convention and Rage was looking for an 18+ section. We found one. It was just boy on boy stuff, and it was of Call of Duty Ghost as well.
Excellent. Bangladesh has 171.5 million people, according to the last countdown in 2023. And during the same year, Pakistan had 247 million people. So yes, there are more Pakistani people than there are
17
Bangladeshi.
million more people. That's like
Consumer is
10
factually
times the
correct.
population of Scotland. More
It
people.
is correct.
Yeah. Scotland and Finland put together have barely more people than London.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's go,
Great.
gang.
Can't
But
lie,
no,
the
I
convention
don't want to
was
get on
very
a rant,
fun
but that is
as
actually
well.
an issue with the UK, bro. The UK is so reliant on like London. If you take London, I'm not even joking. The UK will turn into a third world country, bro. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sort of similar in Finland. Like the capital of Finland has more, like the capital area has like 30% of all of Finland's population living in it.
and like no, because okay, here it has like 10% of the UK's population or whatever, but it has like 80% of the wealth, bro. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, you
Yeah.
get rid of that place, where is this place just turned into
25%
a
of the
slum.
UK's GDP is generated in London.
Yeah,
Fucking hell!
it is insane.
And
mean,
you're
to be
gonna have
fair,
sell
like-
kidneys every month to live there.
I went to I've been for the last like month or so. I've been going to London quite a bit, and holy shit, there is a lot of shit there.
Like,
Makes a lot of sense.
I
I
did
went to
enjoy London
Chinatown.
when I like
Too
the
many
only
short
time I've been
spies,
in the UK, I was in
unfortunately.
London, and I did enjoy the city.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I
just
went to
because you've
London,
never
I
been to
went
the
to-
ends, bro. London is scary, bro. The amount
Yeah,
of time I
don't
just
go to
hear
the
about
ends.
people getting random people, not gang affiliated, just getting stabbed
In
because
fucking
they have
Croydon the other day,
a
they
nice
shot
looking
some guy.
watch. They took their phone out in the wrong neighborhood. I don't know, man.
in-
I don't
in
know.
I mean,
Croydon,
I'm
there's
there
some
as a
guy.
tourist. I don't need to live there. I never want to fucking
I
live
guess that's
there.
true.
Yeah,
I'm just
don't
saying,
go-
if you
don't go to
actually
Croydon.
live there,
Place
bro,
for
you
tourists.
just accidentally walk into the wrong place and you're just cooked, bro.
Look, whatever you do, just don't go out of zone 1, okay? And then you're fine. However, unless
I
you
think
go-
my hostel was in Zone 2 when I was in London.
Oh,
I
great.
think
Anyways,
mine too was that as well.
but yeah,
I was in like
London
a
is
nice
quite chill.
suburban neighborhood where my hostel was.
Yeah, it's
There was
quite
a
chill.
Sainsbury's and big houses.
Hmm.
Like looking at the houses, it seemed like a relatively rich neighborhood.
Because you know, as soon as me, Rage, and some other people, we went to London Anime Gaming Con. As soon as we got out of Zone 1, all the people got off the train, and then all of just roadmen, like, okay, so chavs or degenerate people all got on the bus. No, not bus. Idiots got on the train instead.
Tomfoolery.
Illegal people, yeah, and bad people, yeah. People who do
Did you
illegal
have your
activities
sword
for
with
fun.
you then?
No, I didn't have my sword with me.
Bro, theirs would probably still be bigger, bro. I'd be saying knife crime,
I turned off
machete
my
crimes are
headphones.
common there. Machete crimes are not uncommon, bro. Like,
Yeah, I turned off my headphones, put them in my bag.
like literally machetes,
not
bro.
in the
You think you're in
headphones, yeah.
Brazil, bro? You genuinely think you're in Brazil, walking around some parts of London, bro? You just walk out, guys with machetes. I'm like,
How much a guy with a
Yeah.
machete? Oh my god. Oh boy.
And
That's
luckily
just
in
normal
Finland,
London behavior.
it's on average, it's about 50 kilometers to the next neighbor, so there's no crime.
that's
There was
another
actually a
thing with
thing, it
London.
was-
Very crowded. Very
I
crowded.
was talking
Yeah.
with oh yeah, like that's a weird thing because I've been in Osaka,
fucking
and Osaka
people.
has like more than twice the population of London, and it feels like there's half of the people.
Yeah, just so actually spaced out, which is how cities should
Yeah.
be.
I mean, Osaka is fucking huge. It's not as big as the Shin-Tokyo area, but it is still fucking huge.
There was a maid cafe at the anime convention that I kept trying to convince the guys, let's go in there for shits and giggles. Everyone was just like, no.
Sure,
Why
sure.
are
You're
you
just
going
going
there
there
for
for
shits
a
and
while.
giggles.
It'll
Yeah,
be
let's
fun.
go there for the shits and-
Sure.
Be
thing.
fun.
You know,
And
it's for the
Speedy's
joke,
the one
it's for
saying
the
this.
joke.
When he gets
Speaking
there,
of
he's just gonna be
makeup
sitting like,
Do you guys
Yeah.
like maid outfits?
no. I think
course
it's weird,
not.
bro. All that stuff is weird
Yeah.
fetish behavior, bro.
I'm with consumer.
Oh, wait, hold on. I want to wear a maid outfit. If that's what you're asking.
Of course.
I
mean,
want to be.
do
I want to do the little dance in the maid outfit and like, Omurais. That's the whole thing.
That's
You know that's the power move. That's the
Saying
power
I don't
move.
like maid outfits, but then I have this, so it's like it contradicts my point from earlier. So
that's kind of like blown out on your light. Is that Aqua?
yeah, it's Aqua. Yeah, the
I
light
love
is quite
her.
bright
She's
here.
cool.
Yeah,
make it
first
better
thing we're
than
gonna do when
Yeah,
we meet
I
in
do-
Japan, we're gonna go to a
have
maid.
a- We
No, we
have
should
a
go to
thing
the
like when
Muscle
you
Bar.
graduate from high
true,
school in
that is
Finland, we have like a costume party kind of thing, and a friend of mine, like her sister, dressed up as a maid, and I think she had maybe a slight crush on me at the time, and she came to us like, "Do I like her maid outfit?" And I was fucking clueless, and I just told her, like, "I think maid outfits are kind of overrated." Like it was the kind of like quintessential
youth.
sexy maid
You just,
outfit.
you
Bro
just
was a giga
painfully
chat. He
honest.
was a giga chat without
Cringe.
knowing.
Could be like,
Just went cringe.
feel like
No,
it's
like,
a little
it's-
bit
it's- I-
tight
I-
around, you know.
No, it was mainly like because I don't find the sexy maid outfit to actually be sexy. I just think it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I think there are worse outfits. Like
Oh,
the nurse.
absolutely,
I think
absolutely,
the
absolutely.
nurse one is weirder. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Why
are-
is it always
there are-
associated with like professions? Like
Because they are
Like,
they are
why is
usually
that the case?
associated with helping professions or servitude.
yeah. It's
It's
yeah,
kink,
it's
consider-
weird, bro. I don't know.
It's a
Yeah.
kink.
Yeah.
No
You
kink
know,
shaming.
yeah, the
no
nurse
kink
one
shame-
is
no
weird
kink
as
shaming.
well. 'Cause, bro,
I think
Yeah.
kink shaming should be good. I think kink shaming is good. You should tell people when something that they're into is just fucked up.
Well, so to be honest,
mean,
I
I
think
think it
people should
depends.
just
There's
keep
a
that to
level of
them and their
normativity
partners,
to
bro.
that.
I think if you're like, I want my girlfriend to dress as a nurse, I'm like, okay, no problem.
Yeah,
if
like
you're like,
that-
yeah, I like watching my girl getting railed by 10 guys, I'm like, yeah,
There's
that's
a degree of normativity that is acceptable.
exactly.
Yeah. If it's
And
just like you like
after that,
cosplay,
it's
it's
free
fine.
game. Yeah, after that it's free game.
I say just keep it to yourself, bro. That's what I say.
Oh yeah, like
I went to. I went
Like
to.
no one's
so-
like no one's telling. Like especially if I was one of these guys, like you could not pay me to tell someone I was into this, bro. You could
Oh,
not
it's-
pay me.
it's-
Oh yeah,
also like-
Katsuma. Years ago, I went to this place called Bournemouth Beach, and there was like at night time, we were just taking a walk up the beach with me and a couple of my friends. So not my friends, just me and some people. We were walking down the beach, and across me, there's just some guy walking in a gimp
It's
suit.
harem.
Oh ew.
I don't have a harem. I was like 17.
Well, so are most shonen protagonists, bro. Doesn't stop that.
Yeah. But it's like
Oh, wow.
there is a certain level like when B and I like there are two big supermarkets in Austria. Well, there's three, but at one point we went to a different supermarket for a while, and there was this couple who were like very much into the daddy little girl play out in public. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
No, not in public, man.
that is the level where you can kick shame. Not
yeah,
Yeah.
obviously
here's
not to
the-
their face, but
For that, if it's again behind closed doors,
bro.
again.
yeah.
But if you are
I am of the
outside
opinion
and
that
you're
there
like,
is
Daddy,
no
can we
relationship
buy
should
this?
ever involve.
Imagine
the
your
word
toddler. Your toddler just sees that. It's just asking you, "Why is that
Yeah.
woman dressed like a baby?" Like, what am I meant to
Exactly.
say in that situation? What am I meant to say in that situation?
They're,
like-
they're just mentally ill.
they're just going to
Consume,
hell.
but these
I'm
are the
kidding.
reasons why you don't get children, so you don't need to explain shit like this.
Exactly.
Imagine they
No.
just go home. They just start
No,
googling.
we are
up,
not king shaming. It's just talking here.
Yeah. Animate, why do I have a roll of reel of cable above your desk?
It's it's for my 3D printer. It's
Ah,
that
Yeah,
on,
it's
3D
right?
printer.
This guy just
I
keeps
do.
amazing me.
I have like the room has changed a little bit. There's the 3D printer here. The drum set now is here. It's gonna I'm gonna move it like in a few weeks because I'm building like a rehearsal room in my garage. So I'm gonna show it to you
Ooh,
guys.
that's
Man.
cool.
Anime is a handy man, bro. Someone's gonna be a lucky
handyman.
woman one day.
Wait, hold on. Let me clarify. My dad is paying someone to build it.
Oh, okay, fair.
Fair enough.
I was just about to say, he's a man. There's nothing this guy
I'm gonna
cannot
move the
do.
drums there.
Like, man of many talents.
I
Oh,
would
my
love
guy.
to have if I had a garage, I would just turn it into a gym.
Yeah,
Same.
that was I wanted to do that at first, but then I was like, I'm already paying for a gym membership and I'm not going, so why would I do something?
Yeah, and it's
But
like,
weights are so
gym-
expensive, you know.
yeah, weight are
Yeah.
so fucking expensive.
I'm like, it's just a piece of metal, bro.
Okay, right. We'll go to the gym, all right?
Yeah.
It's,
When I go there, we're gonna go to the gym once.
I was
Yeah.
at one point. I was looking like a squat rack that would come with, I think it's 150 kilos of weights and like a barbell, not even a like full on Olympia barbell, but just like a standard barbell, 150 kilos of weights and the squat rack, and that was like 1,500 euros.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mental.
Fucking hell.
Like weights are. I think it has to be the fact that they need to be precisely weighed before they can be sold. Like it has to have something to do with that because otherwise it is literally just a hunk of metal.
I mean, you can find something good, like if you go to for example, Facebook Marketplace, but even
Yeah.
there, it's
And it's like
never know
I
if it's
obviously I get the price for something like Olympia stuff because those are
Yeah.
regulated heavily, but like just random ass fucking weights.
exactly. Oh boy.
I mean, I say that, and I have a shelf full of exceedingly expensive grey plastic. Well, not all of it is grey anymore. Some of it has been painted.
I have a shelf of just multicolored plastic that look like anime girls and boys. So yeah,
Okay.
I've actually,
I'm getting more.
I'm kind of thinking that I should do a review of Fire Force at some point because my fucking 40k army is Fire Force inspired now.
I mean, the
I
new
bought
season's
another,
I'm
um,
gonna show you guys
figure as
the,
well.
I did a color scheme for my little Skitari man. This guy I'm currently been working on. He's a black coat with the it's really not
That
focusing on the
guy's
camera.
whatever it is very long.
It's his rifle. He's a sniper. And because it's fucking 40k, it's sci-fi naming, so it's called a Transuranic Arquebus.
I bought I'm assembling my
Cameron.
collection of bocce stuff. So now we've got
Oh.
Kita. But the problem
I've
is
never
Kita is
seen it.
bigger than the other figures. So, and then I've got Mirako as well.
I don't know who
From
these
NHK.
people are.
The bunny girl from My Hero. Oh fuck's
Yeah.
sakes!
Like the
This one.
standard guns for these guys are a lot shorter.
You're shorter.
The guy with the long gun is a specialist.
Speaking about Cheese, did you cut your hair by any chance?
A little bit, yeah. I do need to get like my sides are getting very long. I need to get a haircut, and I just kicked my table because I got stuck on my like.
He's
these-
gonna
these
break
are
the other
very
toe.
short, so I did cut it a bit shorter. It was like the ends were getting a bit frayed,
Oh
so I
boy.
did get like maybe 10 centimeters off the.
If I ever went
top.
into Speedy's room, I would need to disinfect everything before I touched anything.
You don't need to
Don't
disinfect
go
my
in there with a
room.
black light.
I would be scared.
Just don't touch the jar in the. in the-
Oh,
in the
I see
corner.
any jars. I see jars. Baby oil. Oh, I'm running. Oh, I'm running.
I'm not Diddy, okay? Diddy has the confidence to
boy.
go up to somebody and talk to them.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, so that's the only difference between the you two. I see.
And I
Yeah,
don't
oh,
own baby
yeah.
oil.
That fucking court case with the how much baby oil did he buy? Like 100 liters of baby oil,
Yeah,
and they had to
exactly.
try and
Some-
explain
some
that to the
rich kid
jury.
like that.
Ew.
That defense is fucking legendary. Like,
I think
my
even
client
the
is
lawyer
American and he's used
dropped
to
the
buying
case. He was
shit in
like,
bulk.
yeah, we can't defend that. We can't.
Yeah.
You know what
But
they
it is still the
say?
most legendary
Ain't
defenses
no party
ever.
like a Diddy party. Am I right,
So I
guys?
say,
Yeah.
bro.
Wasn't
Rich
it fucking
people
Mexican
just be up
Mexican
to
cartel was
shenanigans,
getting
bro.
angry at Diddy and like sued him as well. Was
Can
it
he-
Diddy who the cartel sued?
Yeah, it was Diddy.
So I think so.
Like you know you fucked up when the cartel thinks you fucked up.
Exactly.
Yeah. My Hatsune Miku figure is like one thing keeps falling off. It's really finicky to
Her
get back on.
thong
It's very
keeps
annoying.
falling off.
Wand, magic wand.
Her wand.
Speedy,
A
now that you
magic
said-
wand.
Speedy,
I see.
Now that you said
okay.
magic wand, go to Google and
Okay.
look for image
Yeah.
search magic wand. See
You
what
don't
comes
wanna
up
see-
first.
Yeah.
Don't do Speedy. Don't. Do that.
No, you know this guy. This guy has no inhibitions. Bro's going straight.
Oh, what? The...
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so-
one of those. Okay. No, okay, so no. The first thing for magic wand that comes up is this. A
I don't
typical
need to
magic
see.
wand.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Well, you
that
know,
was good.
that's what I was thinking of. But then the other one, the fucking stupid ass microphone comes up.
Yep.
Yes, the microphone.
The microphone comes up.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Why did they have to name call like
The
these things
monster.
after like normal stuff?
Because it does magical things and it's a wand.
Oh.
I found out that my uni days, so we have uni days in the UK, which gives you discount on different stuff. It has a one for a sex toy company as well.
I mean, it makes sense.
20% off.
Honestly, young people are by far the biggest consumers of that stuff.
Yeah.
And uni people are normally younger people. Have you guys actually ever seen a movie called Hysteria?
Name
No.
sounds familiar.
Hold on.
It is very since we talked about the special microphone that goes bzz bzz bzz.
Oh.
It's about the invention of that device, and it is a
Okay,
very
I
good
take
film.
it back. I take
Why
it
would
back.
they
This
make
is
a
not
movie about
interested. This
that?
sounds very cursed.
I watched it with my ex once, and it is a really really good movie.
Had the movie about the guy.
Who the
that-
hell is Hamza? Why do they want to be my friend? No.
Who?
Hamza.
Wait,
Some guy
did
called
you-
Hamza.
is that
He
the
wants to be
movie
my
about
friend
the
on
guy
Snapchat.
that
No.
invented, toys for ladies. Is that the movie that you're talking about?
Yeah, Hysteria is. I think we can say the word, but Hysteria is a movie about the invention of the vibrator.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Okay.
It is a very
What-
very good
what's
film.
like
I think
working
it
on
takes
that?
place in like the 1800s.
Yeah.
That's a while ago.
It is a very very good
Yes,
film. Like, the
thank
film
you,
itself
thank you
came
for
out in
clearing that up, Speedy.
The film itself came out in 2011, and it is very, very good. I'm pretty sure Carrie Fisher is still in it, before she obviously is no longer with us.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure Carrie Fisher is in it. I could be misremembering.
Yep. No animates to be found.
Stag.
On the website, you mean?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Hey, they
Still
got my
not there,
go,
huh?
bro. What? I just randomly clicked up some people, and they immediately came up with 2 people I'm subbed to. That's quite cool.
Also, I did check the podcast is still not on the anime list either. The anime
yes.
YouTuber list.
Fine. I believe that the podcast is gonna be there before me at this point.
And we talk about so much random shite that I don't know if we qualify as anime content.
I mean, we're at this point we're just called a anime podcast. It's kind of like Trash Taste being an anime podcast. When like
Exactly.
they did
more
this
like-
their whole episode talk about dinosaurs. So
Yeah. I mean, I
It's
feel like
been-
that's kind of thing with podcasts is that you just talk about random shit.
yeah,
Exactly. Damn, it's been a while since I've watched an episode of Trash Taste.
yeah. I'm doing.
You guys
a
watch
big
Trash
recap-
Taste?
Not really.
Yeah, I'm rewatching all of it, and so I'm not rewatching all of it. I'm trying to catch up back to it again because I caught up a little while ago. I stopped watching it, and I'm trying to catch up again so I can watch the Iron Mouse episode.
I've watched
Ooh,
like I
there's the Iron
sometimes
Mouse.
'Cause
get
actually,
some of
I
their
bought-
clips in YouTube, and that's about it.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of keychains at the convention as well. So I got this one of a
Which doesn't show because it's blown out with your lights.
yeah. It's that anime. You know that metal VTuber?
Yeah.
It's her. Then I found this gothic one of Iron Mouse as well. I thought it looked really cool, so that's on my bag now because it was a very big one. And then there was a bunch of. I bought a bunch of stickers as well when I was at the convention because for the longest time been trying to get Sonic stuff from the convention. As you can see down here, Sonic and Shadow on here. There's another a Garfield one next to it.
Sonic.
Where's Sonic? I found some more Sonic stuff as well. On the back of my phone is a Shadow one. And then if I got Sonic in here. Got Sonic in this one, putting up the middle finger. Then there's Tails and also Rouge the Bat in there as well.
Who?
Sonic wouldn't put the middle finger. He's not that cursed. He's a
You know
very
what
good
the funny thing
person.
is, he 100% would.
No, yeah. I find it funny
yeah.
when people are like that. You know.
Do you guys know about the Snapcube dubs of Sonic?
Nope.
Nope.
Have you seen Eggman saying "I'm gonna piss on the moon"?
Nope.
Oh yeah, you showed me that one.
Go to the moon.
Yeah, well, I found this. I'm pissing on the moon. I thought it was quite funny. So I bought 2 of them.
No matter how fast I run, I cannot run away from the pain.
That's the people who don't know this meme. It's the fucking kid dressed up as Sonic who made it into a meme like fucking 20 years ago.
I had an image.
so
I
funny.
actually years ago I sent somebody drew Sonic as for my request on a Discord server saying Sonic saying I'm fast and furious. I don't think I have the picture anymore, but it was goddamn funny when I had it. That's the only time I commissioned art. But I just said to them, make it look terrible.
Can you feel like
Chief Keef.
running through your mind?
Chief Keef.
Ooh, then evermore.
Wow.
What the fuck is
My
going on?
life be like. Ooh.
Body up, daddy, ba-doom, body, body, ba. Breck, I
Anyway,
can't.
since we did talk about a lot of our
Yeah.
content, like what we're doing in the future and what our last videos have been, where the fuck's your next video coming out?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm working. Okay, here's the thing. I'm working on some stuff. It may or may not be YouTube related. That's I'm gonna leave it at that.
Can we
It,
talk about the stuff we've been working on, Animate?
no, other than that, I'm working on some other stuff other than that as well. you know.
Okay. Can we make an official announcement about it?
Yeah,
Would you
sure.
be
Why
down
not?
with-
Sure, why not?
Okay, so me and Animate, we've been working on some more music, and we are going to be dropping an EP in the future of about, was it 4 or 5 songs? About 4 or 5 songs.
For now, 4, maybe 5. For now, maybe
5, yeah. It will be dropping at some point. We don't know when. We've got the lyrics for pretty much all the songs except for 1 or 2. We just need to make the rest of it. The music. So yeah, new Silver Soul GT EP coming out maybe this year.
Wait,
some
hold on.
later this year.
Let's clarify something.
Yeah.
Some people might hate that, but no, there's not gonna be any more fanboy songs. That was one and done. No,
But that is
no
your
fanboy songs.
legacy. You're the
Yeah.
fanboy band now.
Bro,
No,
to
that'll
be
be
fair,
like
you
a
guys
little
are
bit
getting
It will
that. You
be-
know when
it
an
will be the
artist
song that
makes
we play at
one
the end of
banger song
concerts.
and then they just become defined by it for the rest of your career. That's
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
That's you now.
If that's the case, I'm gonna have to.
We're gonna hang
have to
ourselves.
accept that one day,
You're gonna
but
have to do a Kurt
for now,
Cobain.
I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to explore, to expand. That
Yeah.
don't want to be just a fanboy band. The
To be
fanboy
fair,
band.
it only got 300 streams in like 7 months, so it's fine.
But it's well over 1 million views on TikTok.
Yeah, it's only a TikTok song. It's fine.
True. TikTok lovers. The rest of the world
TikTok.
doesn't.
Oh,
The
speaking
rest
of
of all-
TikTok. Speaking of
Yeah.
TikTok, since I've been
Oh, no.
uploading to TikTok recently, and I made a discovery about the duality of man in TikTok.
Yeah.
So I have a short for basically I upload my shorts to TikTok. I should actually get back to making shorts. I think it's been like a month. But anyway, I have a short on Redo of Healer because I made a full review of Redo of Healer at one point because people for some fucking reason wanted it. Anyway, so the YouTube comments are full of like they hated the main character in the first 30 seconds and shit like that. Like what you would expect from Radio of Healer. The TikTok crowd, on the other hand, is there's a worrying amount of comments defending the main character and his actions. In
Just
Redo
like
of
me.
Healer.
Just like me.
Just like he did
Yeah.
nothing wrong.
That was my my relatively recent experience about the duality of man.
Yeah, I watched Redo
Yeah.
Healer, and I was like, I agree with anything he did, bro. I was like, what did he do wrong? I was like, me too.
It's also
I think I
like,
watched only about 4 episodes. I can't lie.
it's also the fucking like
Read of
dumbest
the
shit.
Healer is the type of story that someone who has been bullied in high school would write and be like, yeah, if I had superpowers, I would do this.
Anime, it's not someone who has been bullied in high school. It's someone who is currently being bullied in
Yeah,
high
exactly,
school because
exactly.
nobody over the age of like 16 could write that shit.
And then I
Yeah.
would do this,
But
and I
you
would turn
say
it
that.
into that.
Interesting fact, like the majority of these like isekai light novel like readers and stuff are all apparently like salary men. Like it's all like people in their 30s and
they are,
40s.
they are, yeah.
And yeah, that's actually interesting. Didn't know that.
I guess it's just want pure escape because their life is just so
Yeah.
bad. They're like,
But it's like Redo of Healer is also like it's not even escapism because the guy has the option, like at the very beginning, he has the option that he could like do that none of this ever happened again, and then he just willingly rewinds his life to do it all over again. For some
yeah, he's
fucking
like,
reason.
maybe he actually was like he was nostalgic for the pain, you know.
It's
I
that
mean,
meme of I'm gonna fucking do it
I mean,
again.
it could be like a critique on the humans, or the human nature of,
Yeah,
even if
bro.
you could have something better.
That word is
just
too
like
big
bound
for their
to-
vocabulary, bro.
There just isn't
Yeah,
any
baby.
redeeming qualities to Redo of Healer.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, for me, Read of the Healer is just this type of story that it shock value after shock value.
Oh yeah,
just
it is. It is absolutely shock value.
because we can, and because people are going to be like, what? That's
I am still
just what-
surprised though that Redo of Healer, I think it was fully shown on Crunchyroll, and Crunchyroll dropped Interspecies reviews after like 2 episodes because it
But
was
it's
too
not
much
as
for the platform.
explicit, is it?
It is
I mean,
very explicit.
Okay, my bad. I don't know, man. I ain't no expert on this stuff.
I mean, I there is a censored version of it,
Yeah.
so the visuals aren't as explicit, but it's still like
Yeah, but
the
here's the thing, consumer and cheese and Speedy. What do you think is worse? A series about people reviewing the activity of having intercourse with someone else that is from another species, or someone R-wording someone just because they were R-worded and then slapping them with their member in the face and then brainwashing them to loving them? Which is
there's
worse?
also
Okay.
I don't know. I think we can talk about this on YouTube, but there's a whole segment where where the main character gets one of his abusers to be R-worded while they're also being eaten alive by other people.
Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, that's
Yeah.
a bit
There was
much.
also one where he turns
That's
one of them
disgusting.
into a girl and then gets
Yeah,
4 ogres
yeah.
to do that to them as
No,
well.
no,
That's
he
disgusting.
does that to himself.
Okay.
He
This
turns
is that's
himself
enough of
into
this,
a girl.
guys. Please, let's
We are
keep
we
up
are
our
moving
hopes
swiftly
of
on.
I
what
What's
may
remember
be.
that because there was a moment when I read this was before the anime was out. I started reading it, and when I got to that point, I was like, "Yep, that's it. That's where you
Absolutely.
look.
Fucking not.
You just tapped out. You're like, yep, that's
Yeah.
it. That's it, buddy.
That's not for me. That's not for me."
Yeah. I would worry about people who think that Redo of Healer is somehow good or relatable.
But you don't. You don't. I don't even think it's that
Honestly,
like
if
the
I am
train
close
of
to
thought.
someone and they're talking about Read of the Healer, and they say he's just like me, I'm calling the police. I'm calling.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
don't think that
absolutely.
train of thought is that uncommon, though.
Oh,
It's
boy.
it's like it is, of course, like everybody has these forbidden thoughts kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
but-
it is kind of that like shit you are never going to say out loud or
I don't know,
absolutely
man.
should never
I've
say
heard
out
some
loud.
people say some pretty crazy things that they would do to some people that they don't like, bro. Like I don't
don't
know,
wanna know.
man.
Yeah.
Some people are really spiteful, Some people are really spiteful
Oh boy.
and also very horny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A combination that does not work.
Yeah,
Spiteful and
Yeah,
horny.
yeah.
That's not very good.
In general, you should never say anything out loud if you're being very horny at the time,
Exactly. That,
regardless
actually,
of
yeah.
what it is.
Exactly.
I told one of my friends that they have a fat ass,
Okay.
and I clap it.
Like,
Okay.
Then again, this is
have a
anime.
fat ass or? Yeah. No wait, but that's a lie, man. I don't have a fat ass, unfortunately. I'm flat
Yeah.
You need to get on those squats, boy.
for real.
Bro,
for real.
one of my friends said I'm like a pro squatter because I got a fat ass.
I don't have a fat ass. I wish I had a fat ass.
One day,
I can't make it
gotta get that booty work in.
I need abs ASAP.
You need to fix a diet for that.
Okay, never
boy.
mind. Don't need abs.
Abs are made in the kitchen 100%.
Ah,
I mean, abs is all about cutting. If
Yeah.
you less calories you have, less body
It's
fat you're gonna have. Then
Normal, it's like 70% of your muscle gains come from your diet, but with abs, it's like 95% comes from your diet. If you want to have
Shit.
visible abs, you need to have a good diet.
I'm saying
There's
that
just
even
no
though I
other
look
way
like
around it.
fucking freak,
I
but
live in a South Asian household. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, it's the general like rule of thumb is abs are made in the kitchen, and you can never outrun a bad diet.
true.
That's just a sad fact of life.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, guys, funny thing. Recently, my mom, she's got into Korean dramas and Chinese dramas.
Oh.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Yeah. And here's the thing, she's like very obsessed with that, and she started making me watch one, like a Chinese one that is about. It's like a historic one, like it's a fictional history, but it's actually very good. Not gonna lie, like I thought I was going there with the mentality, oh, live action anime always bad, but honestly, guys, this one that I'm watching is very good. It's called Prisoners of Love. It's a
Oh,
very
God.
good one.
I have a friend who's into the Korean soap opera dramas,
Yeah.
and the one she showed me, it's like Forbidden Love or Falling in Love or some shit like. But it's a woman who has a paragliding accident and accidentally ends up in North Korea, and a North Korean
My mom
soldier
watched
starts.
that. My mom
It's
watched.
so shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she watched that. She watched that.
It's so bad.
If you want to see the absolute worst of TV, watch Indian or Pakistani dramas. They're actually the fucking worst.
I mean, if you want to
Racist.
watch the worst TV, watch some shit like fucking the real life fucking Love Island shit.
Oh yeah. No, that's different category though. I'm talking about TV
Yeah,
drama.
but it is also very very
Yeah.
bad.
I don't get why people are so obsessed with Love Island though. It's so
It's just
boring.
funny, bro.
You're just watching people. You're literally just playing The Sims, but not playing The Sims at the
Exactly.
same time.
The Sims is
I've
one of the
said this
best-selling
to you
games
that
of
I
all
was telling
time.
you about
Sims is great.
on
Sims
the
is great.
podcast.
I'd rather
It-
play The Sims and watch
I think you
fucking
might
Love
enjoy this.
Island.
I think you might enjoy this one, Cheese. It's called Prisoners of Beauty.
Oh god.
It's very, very good. Trust me. Trust me.
How did your mum get into Chinese dramas?
Honestly,
Bro.
I have no.
My mom is obsessed with them as well.
Oh
no
god.
way.
Yeah.
No way.
My
know
mum
what they
can't
are?
stop watching stuff like Top Boy.
Because a lot of people
Oh,
were into
I've
Bollywood back
actually
in the day.
seen
It's just
some
really
clips about
melodramatic,
the
bro.
Prisoners of
Exactly.
Beauty.
No, but I was telling the guys that like my mom recently got addicted to those, and she was like, "You need to watch this one. You're gonna love it. It's gonna." And I was like a little reluctant. I don't know. It just feels like. But then I started watching this one, Prisoners of Love, Prisoners of Beauty, and it's very, very good actually. It's
I will say
it's,
though, the Koreans make excellent zombie stuff.
yeah,
So good.
it's so good, so good.
Yeah, there
Like
is.
this one in particular is not overly dramatic. It's more like about there's these two families that they kind of had like this agreement that if someone attacked them, they would protect each other. But
Yeah.
one of the families kind of broke the agreement, and some shit happens, and now they kind of have to to be able to win a specific war. They need to kind of work together to beat the bad guy kind of.
Bad guy, yeah.
And it's very, very good. The action scenes are very, very good. Like the
I saw
choreography,
stuff about
camera
the
work.
costumes in the series, and the costumes
Yeah,
seem really
costumes
fucking
is
good.
the costumes are very, very good. The acting as well. Like it's not overly like when people think about like this type of series, they think like overly dramatic
yeah,
acting and whatever.
yeah.
No, it's actually very
How could you?
grounded and very funny. The humor is actually very good.
Yeah.
as well. Not gonna
Speaking
lie.
of like historical dramas and stuff like that, have you guys seen the live action Shogun that
Shogun.
came out?
Ooh, I have
last year?
seen clips of it.
I want to
That
watch it.
stuff looks. That stuff literally. I think we
so
talked
good.
about this a little bit. Or I talked about this. It just looks like white guy comes in to save the day, bro. It looks like white savior in the anime.
No, that's the Last
the-
Samurai. That's the Last Samurai.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Last
that-
Samurai.
that's
The Anjin son is literally a prisoner, and there's like he almost gets
Yeah.
executed at the very beginning of it.
Exactly.
Like
I don't know. It looks to me like he got himself a nice crib, a nice Japanese wife, and he's probably gonna lead some revolution or something. That's what it looks like to me.
I mean,
He's living
it's
the dream,
on-
boys. He's
It's
living the
based
dream.
on a real person.
A real
Yeah.
white savior. Oh,
No,
brother.
it's a guy who it's a similar story as with Marco Polo. Like he's essentially a prisoner.
Isn't that a swimming pool game?
Oh,
My only
That's
my
Marco
only
Polo.
exposure to Marco Polo is what they do in the animes, where it's like Marco.
Marco
Yeah.
Polo was
Polo.
he was essentially a prisoner in Kublai Khan's court for like 50 years. Not that long. It's I think more like 10 years, but
Wait,
it's
Kublai
a similar.
Khan, you said?
Kublai Khan is
Okay.
Marco Polo was basically. I think Marco Polo's dad got captured, and the only way the dad could leave alive was to give his son off as a slave to Kublai Khan or something similar to that.
He was like, wait, so I just need to leave my son with you guys?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Take this little bitch.
Yeah, but it's similar. It's similar to the guy who is known as Anjin Sun. Basically, like
but-
I think the actual story of him is that his ship got his ship crashed and he washed ashore in Japan, and eventually, like it was mainly his knowledge about Western weapons that made him valuable.
I don't know.
And-
Seems like some white savior hobbledegook to me,
That's
bro.
the story.
Does
of,
he
like,
get
the
himself
story
a
of-
nice Japanese wife at the end? Because it sounds like it just sounds like an isekai
the-
to me with some extra steps.
But
bro.
I think
the
Normal
lady
guy
has
gets
a thing
thrown
going on.
into crazy world, ends up with
he has a
waifu.
thing. He has a thing going on with a woman, and like halfway through the book, the woman just cuts her own throat and does seppuku.
Oh,
Oh boy.
well, that's not very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oopsie, that's an oopsie daisy.
Oopsies.
No, but
I think it's William
I
Adams
think
is the guy.
another one
in
that is
real
very
life.
good that is on that vein. I don't know if you guys have watched this one. Is on Netflix. It's called The Blue-Eyed Samurai. That's a very good one.
Oh yeah. It's William Adams is the guy in real life. I
Yeah.
think he's a Dutchman.
It looks like Sido Vie a little bit.
Yep.
Because
Yeah, I remember there were fucking memes about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was basically like I think it's Tokugawa Ieyasu who took him in because he was valuable with his knowledge of European weapons for sieges and stuff, and he basically designed European style ships, I think, for Tokugawa. Because obviously Japanese ships were not as good as this was time when cannons weren't a thing in Japan, for example. But yeah, his whole point was that he was
so
only
many
valuable
good
because he knew
television.
weapons.
So many good television shows like that are airing right now that especially about like time periods and stuff like that. If you like that type of stuff, there's so many and so good.
if they aren't, I don't know, kawaii, I don't want it, bro.
Yeah, but the Shogun TV series is really good. But also Koreans make excellent zombie stuff like Train to Busan, #Alive was so good, and then there's the whole Kingdom series.
Yeah. Consumer, has your mom tried to make you watch any of her Korean dramas by any chance?
Yeah, there's one called Vincenzo she tried to get me into, but I was just like, no.
How was it?
I never watched it, bro. I'm a horrible son. To be fair, I'm sure
How dare
they're
you.
probably at least interesting. I just don't care.
No,
bro.
they are. So,
Yeah.
okay, my mom she likes to tell me the plot of the stories that they feel like very interesting plots, but at the same time, would I want to watch all of them? I don't think so.
Animate.
And I can't get into another obsession as well. Like I'm still having to manage this whole anime thing, bro. I can't.
Honestly, Cheese. When I was watching that series, it kind of reminded me a little bit of because there's the whole
Yeah, Apothecary Diaries is in a very similar vein to that because it is like a historical romance thing with court intrigue and shit.
I'm gonna watch it then. Gonna watch it.
Yeah, watch it with your mom. She will love it.
Yeah,
I got.
I am trying to make a trade with her. I'm like, I'm watching
Yeah,
this thing
excellent.
over
Good,
here,
good.
so you're gonna have to watch an anime one day. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
make you watch something.
I had the friend of mine who's very much into like Korean love dramas. She absolutely loves. Like I showed her Apothecary Diaries for like 1 or 2 episodes. She got home and just binged it all after the next day.
Nah, man. I if I manage to get my mom into anime, I think that's gonna be like the biggest thing ever.
Biggest accomplishment.
Yeah.
But to be fair, so many people are into anime these days, bro.
Yeah,
you bring
it-
up
like
anime.
Yeah,
that's-
but older people it's a little bit harder, because they have
yeah,
like the thing. Oh, but it's cartoons,
I
It's,
think I mentioned this to you guys, but I have like the most fucking wholesome guy that every now and then in my comments. He's like, I think he says that he's 67 and his granddaughter like recommends him anime every now and then and he just watches them.
Oh, okay, that's so, that's
It's
like
so wholesome.
so wholesome.
I'm trying to find how you make polls again.
What?
I can't find it.
Oh,
Polls.
polls. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think I said?
Well, the polls.
What,
like Polish people. Well, you have to meet a very nice
like
Polish
a
woman
wooden
first.
Yeah.
pole.
Because
Where,
I was doing
where are you trying to make the poll in?
Microsoft Forms.
Oh.
Because that's what I used last time.
Hmm.
It is too hot. My brain cannot function right now.
Quick question, boys. How long have we been recording?
Like 2 hours.
An hour 45.
I think
damn.
we should probably end this episode.
No, we must increase the watch time.
We must
Nah,
do a
bro.
2-hour episode.
We're better when we have high thingy percentage, bro. The videos always go off,
Yeah.
man.
We need to start putting
I
those
think this
subscribe
video has
messages.
been going like very
Hey
up.
guys,
Now we're
if you want to
at-
see more from us, you should definitely hit the subscribe button and also leave in the comments something you want us to talk about, which we'll probably definitely read. Yeah.
We
Anyways,
do read
back
all
to
the
it.
comments. So somebody did in
There's
the
not
last
many.
video did mention that this is a
We-
high quality anime podcast, and I don't agree with that.
I know we didn't upload for a whole month.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
No,
read
it's
all
bro.
the
Yeah, but
comments
that
that
was
we do
that
a drunk
video was
episode.
released 2 weeks after we
Yeah.
recorded it. So it's been 6 weeks since we recorded as well.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Let's get next episode of the podcast. Let's get drunk and see how much stuff.
And
we can
I
talk
would
about.
now like to point out that this year we were supposed to try to be consistent with our uploads for the podcast. That was our plan
We
for
were
this year.
going pretty
Just
good.
FYI.
Yeah,
Only
we
6
very much
weeks.
am not.
Quality over consistency. Am I right, boys?
Yeah.
is really quality though.
No.
That's the best quality we can do, Spirit. That's the best quality we can.
I figured we
But
should get
yeah,
the podcast down. I'm gonna pull out my dick.
Oh,
No,
God.
whoa, 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 whoa.
We're not on
Well,
Twitch, you can't
it's
do
in
that.
Speedy's name.
Exactly.
Well, good thing I'm a VTuber on Twitch.
He's pulling his cock out.
He's pulling his cock out. He's pulling his cock out.
No, but yeah, thanks
There
everyone
is, for
who
some
has been
fucking
watching.
reason, since we talked about movements earlier, there's one of the movement characters is the fucking fox-looking guy. I don't know what his name is in English.
What does
there's-
the fox say?
It is Sniff. There's for some reason there's a very persistent series of memes in Finland about Sniff pulling his cock out.
Oh my god.
He's pulling his cock out. He's pulling his cock out.
No, it's like him going. Would now be a good time for me to pull my cock out?
At least he's asking, you know.
Yeah, at
You
least he's
gotta-
asking.
At least he's asking.
Indeed.
So it's like, yeah, no, just me. Okay, not gonna do it.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
But yeah, this has been us, and it's been way
This
too
has
long,
been-
and Beast
this has
getting
been a
annoyed
very
at me
good
being
episode.
loud.
It was nice to see you guys
Be
again.
louder.
It was nice, and it was good talking about channel content and stuff, and we have some plans for future.
Exactly.
We have some D&D stuff coming up.
episode.
Don't worry, bro.
We got D&D stuff coming up. We got drawing stuff. We're actually trying to draw something at some point in the future, hopefully.
I'm gonna draw hentai.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's it.
But yeah,
basically.
boys, that's it.
Big plans
It
for
was
the
very
future.
nice.
Subscribe to the channel, leave comments, boost the algorithm. Go check out our individual channels, and go check out Bungo's awesome video.
Bye bye.